Match of the day. This is the Hills Footy League.
After the national anthem, the A-grade. Ironbank, thank you very much for being part. Bye-bye.
All right, the presentation just taken part, and well done to the Kersbrook Football Club as we cross out to Goldie and Colo heading out towards the centre. Take it away, boys.
We've just been making snowmen out here in the middle, having a bit of fun.
We're dodging the ice on the ground, and the breeze is certainly into that right-hand pocket now.
Kersbrook had the worst of it, running out on the ground. Now Ironbank coming out, made their run nicely there as we watch the Brookers warm up, just to our left here.
Yeah, it's quite, the breeze has obviously picked up now, and hey Scotty, past Kersbrook legend Matty Scott. How you going, mate?
Yeah, very good, mate, very good.
How do you feel about today's game?
One to go.
Confident then?
Oh, very much so.
Good on you, mate. Good to see you out here. There's the umpires that are trying to warm up.
Last of all, come out. We'll have a chat to Matt Gardner at coin toss, Brookers captain, along with Leighton McMahon, of course, Will Muirden, the skipper for the Ironbank Thunderers. Perfect deck, though, isn't it, Colo?
Yeah, you can't ask for anything more with the deck. Obviously, the conditions aren't fantastic, but the deck's perfectly fine. The ball will skid around a little bit early. But right behind that front that's coming through now is sunshine again, so we should be okay probably after about 10 minutes into the first quarter. Brookers just having some set shots at goal here. Just watch the ball. Will take a lot of left to right. Big, massive. He is just big and massive.
Have a look at the breeze here.
Yes. We've got tents over in the right-hand forward pocket that are about to head to Murray Bridge. We've got rubbish bags going across the oval. It's certainly a bit stormy at the minute.
As coach, Colo, you've won a few premierships and
you actually, as Brett said, you just got to stick to what you do every week and don't change too much up, and keep it as simple as you possibly can, and just go through the normal procedures. So I'm sure that's what Brett would be doing, and Stewie Wells, who's, as we said the other week, hopefully he didn't throw the baby out with the bathwater when they got beaten, and they can come here today with some confidence and the Kersbrook B-grade boys going past the Dreammaker.
Pistols, just quickly, who's the officiating umpires we got today? We'll have a bit of a chat to them very shortly.
Yes, we have Brenton Zersh, Glenn Godfrey, and of course our man Peter Humphreys officiating today.
Beautiful, thanks Pistols. Just watching the Brooker boys have some shots on goal. There's certainly left to right here. Going to be aiming for that left-hand goal post. Be a lot of both sides just getting set up now for the national anthem. So we'll cross over to the middle of the ground.
So just in all readiness, I think Marnie Bennett is the performer here this afternoon.
Australian bull, let us rejoice, for we are young and free, with golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is girt by sea, our land abounds in nature.
And well done to Marnie Bennett there.
Great moment, isn't it, in football and in sport when you hear that
Absolutely.
national anthem.
So here we are, HFL Media, Lofty Media, and of course 5RRR up in Woomera taking our relay here. Division 2 Grand Final for 2018. Time for talk is finished. Actions speak louder than words for the next 2 hours, the battle for the crown. So just quickly, I know you've asked me before, Colo, I'm going for Kersbrook. Robbie Sherwood.
Heart says Ironbank, common sense says Kersbrook.
Shane Collins.
Yeah, I think it'll be tighter than 2 weeks ago, but I'm going to go with Kersbrook just with that class level. I think they'll have too many in and under and win a lot of contested footy today, and their forward line's just going to be a little bit too potent, and I think Kersbrook by about 10 points.
And quickly, Goldie, your tip?
Yeah, I'll stick with Colo there. I'll go the Brookers by 3 goals.
As you see the cameraman out there, Colo just asked him if he can borrow his dry as a bone because you might need it. Because a little bit of rain here as both sides in their final huddles just committing themselves to battle for the next 2 hours for the flag.
Just got another drop of rain coming across the oval, just in readiness for the first bounce.
I don't know whose that was.
So dispersing now, moving their positions will be Ironbank going towards the railway end at the venue, the northern end. And of course the Salem end, change rooms end being favoured by the Kersbrook Football Club, chasing their 5th flag under Brett James. Of course Ironbank chasing their first flag in 19 years, 98, 99, back-to-back flags. So looking to revert their trend. Of course played in last year's grand final, probably all over at quarter time, so they'll be very keen to get a good start here this afternoon, the Thunderers, in the quest for their 3rd A-grade flag. So it's big, massive Nicholson, Craig Ottaway, the 2 big men.
Look at all the hail there. No.
Good crowd in the house here. See the culmination of what's been a pretty competitive 2018 HFL Division 2 season. Blue skies starting to poke through.
We've got Vandenberg on
Got the matchup
Apples.
we wanted down back. We've got Lauby on Witt.
So Division 2 A-grade premiership match is underway. Nicholson gets the tap down first. Vandenberg in there. Some good work. Ball spills 3 out to Masika. He'll be first get first kick of the game. No, but Jumper finally gets on his boot. Goes up forward. The mark taken there for Kersbrook. Charlie Graber goes long inside 50. Back there looking for McMahon. Off hands. On back defence to the cause. Clearing kick out wide. And find Joel Van Paradon deep in the half-back flank area. Works along the Bremer River side ground. Scoreboard looking for Levi Grigg. Gathered the ball nicely off his ankle boots. Gets around. Right foot kick. Forward. Coming back there is Josh Lauby. Takes the relieving mark for the Brookers. So Kersbrook going long towards the scoreboard wing area. Big Nicholson sets himself. Good defensive spy at the top. There came from Beard, I think it was. Jack Beard feed the Beard. So the ball at the boundary line.
And yeah, we've got a tagging roll already. Vandenberg's on Apples James.
So Ottaway and Nicholson to do battle. I'll be calling them a lot this afternoon. Tap down one. Dispossessed there. Scrambly play. Vandenberg in hard. Trying to tackle ball locked up there as the sun pokes through the clouds down here, Goldie. So pretty good.
Colo and I are happy to be out here
Braving
again.
it again.
So neutral ruck contest comes down to Van Paradon. Working hard in front of the scoreboard. Once again, the boundary umpire, the Academy boys brought into play. So we've played just nearly 1 minute.
As we called with Ironbank Desengo coming into the side today, he's gone and picked up Gardner at centre half back. So good match up.
So once again, the boundary umpire will bring the ball into play. Big Nicholson, massive runner-up for the male medal. Ottaway got the tap down. Bounces in favour of Van Paradon. Oh, good work there by James. Bundles the ball over the line. And once again, the boundary umpire will come in.
Mini massive. Leighton McMahon has started at full forward. So the swing man has started forward. So they're putting Ironbank defence under pressure straight away.
So another boundary throw in. Nicholson double hands it down. Locked up there. Teammate, scrappy play, rugby pack forms. So once again, umpire Zersh will come in and bowl it up. So half forward flank area, Ironbank.
Colonel's just cooking up a storm.
Especially in my eardrums. It's a ruck throw in. Nicholson double hands it down. Ball free there. Comes out here, tamed by Willie Muirden, the captain for the Thunderers. Gets him inside 50 for the first time this afternoon. Big pack leap there by Lauby. Keeps the ball in front of him. Good tackle applied there. For the Thunderers, they call for holding the ball. Notices the umpire Humphreys. So Ironbank some 45, 50 metres out from the railway end goal.
Yep,
James
like that
Cross
early.
on Lees as well.
Yeah, good match up down there. Like that early Ironbank making Lauby accountable, which is what we said pre-game.
Ball comes down. Shearwood does the tag, goes back to Big Munn, goes backwards to a teammate. He's under pressure, picked up by Shearwood, threads his way, gets a quick little kick forward, direction of Philp, taps the ball in front, goes and gathers, goes to the ground under pressure there from Louis de Unionville. Also in there is...
Another key match-up there, Colo, de Unionville versus Daniel Philp.
Mazuris also applying a tackle, so umpire Humphrey sets it up. Tregowan versus Munn, ball comes down. Sacks on the middle, looks like Mazuris at the ground level, locked up.
Lovely conditions out here now, Pistols and Rob.
Yes.
At the moment,
I
anyway.
think you're in Melbourne the way the season's fun, haven't we?
Well, you better go out and tell Elijah where he's wrong move wearing the long sleeves because it's going to be very warm. So Ruxrow and Tregowan gets the ball down. Shredding his way through there was McAlpine and dispossessed, toe poke forward there for the Brookers towards the Dreammaker. Good pick up there by Roslin. Goes back looking for support from Muirton. Or fumbled the ball there under pressure from Lauby, but he earns a free kick for too high. So Will Muirton, the Ironbank skipper, right in front of the Dreammaker here. Right in the 50-metre arc, heading towards the railway end goal. Sets it up towards corridor. Grid come across the top. Couldn't complete it. Here's a chance.
Elijah Ware!
Great snap by Elijah Ware, just showing his experience there.
Great work by Will Mooden here, Rob. Yep. On the half-forward flank.
Yeah,
and,
good pressure on the ball.
Rosman as well. He's lively early.
And the other thing that was important there was Levi Griggs' contest in the goal square. He's standing Lauby. We spoke about that earlier. Can't let Lauby sit off. That's twice Levi's gone to the footy and made an impact. So good start by the Thunderers.
Good intensity, Rob.
Yeah, good start. Good pressure all around, all over the ground.
So Elijah Ware, of course, experienced with Central Districts and, of course, played in the 2014 Chunga Division 1 Hills Football Premiership. Puts the first goal of the 2018 Division 2 final on the board in favour of the Thunderers. They're one straight. Kersbrook yet to get on the scoreboard. So back in the centre, Nicholson, Ottaway. Two Gladiators wait. Up they go. Nicholson, big leap, gets it down. Taken away. Quick kick away by Mazuris. High kick towards half forward. Pack sets himself. Good leap from McMahon's there. Could have got a free. No. Fed by the ball, clearing by Desengo, bouncing ball out wide. Coming to me, it was Witt, beaten by a bad bounce. Intercepted as a skillful Brad Pearce, puts it forward, but Tagliaferri taking a mark. Yeah, picked him out well. Bradley Pearce there.
Another key player today, Colo.
Yeah, good leg speed and needs to utilise it.
Had a good final series. Tagliaferri puts it in front of the scoreboard. Big, massive leaps up and takes
kick.
a two-grab mark. So the big man already having a dominance on the field play. So inside 50, high kick holds up in the breeze. Nick McMahon in front of the pack. Also got assistance there from Graber, I think it is, who looks like he's in the hurdle event as he goes over the pipeline boundary line.
And Goldie, what's the breeze worth out there, mate?
Oh, not much at the moment here, Colo.
No, about 10 minutes ago it was worth 8 goals. But
And Hull. James gets the ball down. Around the corner was Lovovitsky, bouncing ball. Is a chance for the dangerous Lees. Went one-handed. Bustling the ball forward. Chance here for Kersbrook in their danger scoring area. But equal to task, the Ironbank defenders hold the ball up. So we'll be some 45 metres out from the Sailor men change room into goals. We've played 5.5 minutes of the first term. The grand final, Ironbank won straight. Kersbrook, you get on the board. Scrambly play down there. Ironbank holding the ball up.
Free kick here, Pistols.
Free kick by umpire Humphreys has picked it out.
Apples James by the looks.
Yes, Bingos.
Bingos, yes, Dylan
The
Bingos.
Mish.
As we said, the Mish returning mid-season after the Salisbury North, out of the competition. So he came back to his former club and kicked 41 goals for the season so far. So a very handy acquisition. So Bingos.
45-degree angle. Pistols probably kicking from about 40,
So
35.
First deliberate shot on goal this afternoon for the Brookers. Sets it on its way, keeps it low. Offside. So through from line, a score the first of the afternoon for Kersbrook. 1 point trailing Ironbank, one straight. We've played 6.5 minutes here on HFL Media, Lofty Media on the call of the Wild.
Tagliaferri with the kick-out duties there, Pistols.
Out wide. Looking for a teammate. Looks like he's...
Will Muirton with the free kick.
Handing it back to Muirton was Sammy Witt. So yeah, Will Muirton, the skipper. Goes along towards the scoreboard area. Tregowan's there, big leap from behind. Ball comes to ground, bustling his way through there. Also there's McMahon. Ball spills free, taken here by
Ludovici.
Yeah, Ludovici, forward. Scrambling the forward pocket area. Ironbank lock it up defensively. Ball spilled out. Tagliaferri in there. Around the corner, I think it might be Miller. Another Salisbury North recruit. Through offline again.
Yeah, Guards was open 30 out dead in front there, but took the shot, so Kersbrook just creating a couple of scoring opportunities.
So 7 minutes gone. First term, 2 points to the Brookers, 1 straight goal to Ironbank. Bring the ball back in. The flanker bounce off the chest there of Philp by the look of it.
Yeah,
having a run on the ball, boys.
there.
Yeah,
Yep.
long way from home. Must be playing a more up the ground role here, Colo.
Yeah, don't mind that. That's what I think he needs to do, is get up there and try and get some footy that gets through to the half-forward line, because he played a bit deep the other week.
So Nicholson double hands it down to a teammate. Loses possession. It was McMahon going to ground under a pack of players. Umpire Humphreys will come in and ball it up, probably just on the edge of the 50-metre arc at the Salem end of the ground. Change room in. Kersbrook working there. They're 2 points. 1 straight to Ironbank.
Shearwood on Brad Pearce as well. Another matchup.
Yeah, some fantastic matchups out there.
A lot of each. He went without the ball. Fed out here. Ironbank dispossessed there. Picked up a string tackle there. Play on, says umpire Humphreys. Letting it flow. Oh, trying to get it there. Comes out there. Around the corner. Shot round the corner was Tomaselli.
Good pressure from Ironbank early. Good tackling pressure, and none of Kersbrook's shots are easy ones. That's
Well, they're not intimidated like they were in last year's grand final, when by this time I think Nana had about 3 or 4 on the board, Goldie. So a good start here by Ironbank.
Yeah, that was an 8-goal-to-1 first quarter. It was game over at quarter time, basically. So It's a good start by the Thunderers.
So Tomaselli with the free kick right back to the Ironbank coaching box, sends it back inside 50. Big Nicholson is looming. The big man puts up the Dukes, spills off hands. Comes out there, good swimming handball by Schneider. Leading the race for the ball was Maxie McMahon. Gathers it cleanly, looks for support. Goes out wide to Nicholson. He's taken the ground. Good work there by Ironbank. I think it's Vandenberg working hard on the outer side flank. And the umpire comes in and bowls it up. So we're coming out the 9-minute mark. Ironbank 1 straight goal. Kersbrook 3 points. Call the Wild HFL Division 2 Grand Final. So, ball fed back there. Mewden. Looks like it was having a bit of an area there with Schneider. Ball locked up in a pack situation once again.
We're bathed in sunshine now, mate. It's a
perfect day for football. What are you complaining about, you boundary riders?
At least a quarter in this.
Out there sunning yourself, and we're just...
The thing is, it's either bathed in sunshine, there's not drizzle, it's hail. There's no in the middle.
There's no middle man down here at Callington, that's for sure. Ball bouncing near the boundary line. McMahon greases it over the boundary line.
Minute mark. Pistol's been really camped across that half-forward line.
Come out nearly 10 minutes gone first term as the boundary umpire out there wearing the sun hat, Colo, so he knows what it's all about. Nicholson double hands it down. Leading the race for the ball is Ware. Flicks up here to the run of O'Sullivan. He's got a loose man there for Junior Thomas. It'll sit for him. Bouncing ball. He's pursued by Masika.
Oh, good
Thomas
matchup.
He goes to ground. Yeah, good contest there. Feeds the ball back out to Sullivan, who's run on well. Gets around.
Good vision.
The short man is a big man Otway right in the centre square.
Oh,
a big massive tackle there by Rob Nicholson on Otway.
Too slow.
So the big man right nearly in the centre circle of the ground. So Nicholson, runner up for the male medal, sets a high kick towards centre half forward. It'll bring rain. We don't want any more of that. Pack flies, perhaps belted out was Beard, and the mark taken by Bingos.
Bingos, yep.
So 7 inside 50s to 3, boys.
Bingos
Vision
short,
inside 50.
and he finds his Apples James.
It's gone just outside the 50, inside. Oh, Paul James.
So James, in turn, goes out wide, and I think that's Miller, is it?
Yep.
So just possession play by...
Patient build up there, Colo.
Yeah, it was. It was good work by big, massive Nicholson. That was it was like watching the Proud Mary run down another boat, wasn't it? The 2 big ruckmen in the middle of the ground. But it was good movement by Ironbank. It was unfortunate that it fell over at that centre part.
So Miller, 17 goals for the season. He's still in that marcus. It's faded. Goes through for a minor score. So Kersbrook 4 straight behind. So Rob Shearwood, shocker, and Ironbank with just the 1 shot on goals and the maximum return. So 1 goal plays 4 points.
Rob, another goal here for the Thunderers after
they need
containing this sort of
They need to
push.
7 inside 50s to 3. So good mark there by Cross.
They're looking good though.
Cross moves along here to Junior Thomas. Benny Thomas takes the ball in the wing area. Looks to play on. Goes by foot short and finds Grigg.
Pushing back here into the attack.
So Levi
another one.
By Hutt. Blindside there by Braden Hutt was Levi Grigg. So Hutt taking the resultant free kick. Centre wing area, handballs off the run of Josh Lairby. He'll go bang with the left foot towards half forward, but leading the race for the ball. Schneider chose to knock the ball to the ground. Coming to meet is Maxie McMahon. He just storms through heavily.
Good tackle.
Comes back here. Bingos got it back to McMahon. Kicks towards the corridor area.
Gardner.
Lurking is Lees. Can't get a run at this time. Masika's in there.
Great
Comes
pick
Thomas.
up.
Well done by Benny Thomas. Kicks the ball. Bit of a mung, but finds yardage. But the first to get there will be Hutt. Will it stay in? He overruns the ball. Good enough to get back. Steadies himself. Good
good
smother by
smother.
Thomas. Well done, Junior Thomas. Then goes third time effort there, Thomas. Ball comes here. Picked up by Morgan. Gives it back to the skipper and Muirden. Comes towards the half-forward flank. Here's Munn. Munn versus Parasiers. Getting back is Louis de Univille. Overruns the ball. Ball perhaps a little bit slippery, boys, but mopped up by Parasiers. Gets it. Witt got a hand to the ball. Coming through here, how does Levitsky? Oh, well done by Witt. Nicholson's in there. Got the handball back to Mazuris, who gets the clearing kick for the danger area. Coming through, good attack on the ball there by Beard. He goes to ground. Umpire's letting it fly. Tagliaferri gets the ball out to the run of Schneider. Puts it inside 50, but it's wide. So could be fraction, boys. The
little
ball
bit
perhaps a
slippery
little
out there,
bit slippery, Colo, the ball.
Yeah, it is. And Ironbank are giving themselves some chances. Some good defensive work off half-back, but just need to nail the chest of someone inside 50. They just missed that and weren't good enough on the ground either, and that's where Kersbrook's half-back
Kicking
line
comes
can
the
help.
gun.
Great
High
tackle.
tackle applied there.
Late McMahon on the
McMahon
tackle.
once again on
Levi
young
Grigg.
Grigg. Yeah, young Grigg perhaps feeling that one. Welcome to A-grade football finals. So umpire Humphreys will come in and bowl up. Just ran from the scoreboard. Reads Kersbrook 4 points. Ironbank 1 goal. And we've played 14 minutes first term. Ball fed out there. Good long handball by O'Sullivan. Comes to Grigg. He's recovered from that tackle. Handball's on the run of Irwin. There's a chance the Thunderers to go deep inside 50. And for Munn, but the wind has carried over the boundary line, right forward pocket railway into the ground. Out of bounds on the full.
Creating opportunities, but just wasting them a little at the moment, which is a positive sign, but they need to fix it up.
So Joshy Lowry with the resultant free kick deep in the back pocket in front of a pretty good crowd here at Callington Oval. Puts it up, a hold up in the breeze. Big Nicholson's there, got 2 to beat, got his 2 hands to it. Comes to a
Here's a go.
ball. Witt found Muir, and there's a chance for Sherwood. Dangerous as he sets it in. And once again in that pocket.
Yep, out of bounds on the full.
That's heard Adam Hurlahan talking about the...
Was that a Rob Sherwood?
Was that a
that was a Sherwood?
Sherwood shocker.
So the ball would put back in towards Mickelson. He's worked under the ball there by Morgan. Picked up by Grigg already, picking up touches. Gets his boot to the ball. This is a better kick towards the top of the
That's
square.
another out in the full, is it? Or
But
just
it's actually snuck in for a score this time. So 1-1 Ironbank.
Peppering now.
Yep.
4
Creating
points.
opportunities, which is important for them, but they've just got to consolidate them.
So 15 minutes gone.
That has been the scoring end all day.
As Adam Sherwood from the Raiders said, a bit of a problem here if you get caught on that scoreboard side flank. The wind just takes it, so perhaps should attack along the Dreammaker side. We'll see if they listen. Lowby brings the ball back down. Here's a chance for McMahon, but Grigg in front. Weren't that one as McMahon come in here. Thought his head was the ball in the spoiling, but safe mark to Grigg. He'll go back inside. Kicks it there in the mark. McMahon takes. Then he ducks the Chatney. There's the payback as he gets one in the scon. So tit for tat there, boys.
If he said that he's ducked, it's holding the ball.
Yeah.
It's got to be one or the other.
I tell you what, he's taken a while to get up, McMahon.
Been impressed with the start by Levi Grigg. He's been big for him early.
Yep, as we said, the youngest player on the field out there.
Blood roll pistols.
So McMahon, a bit of claret starting to come out as he gets up rather gingerly. Mini massive. As the umpire, the trainer checking him out.
Yep. He's got to head off here.
Yeah, we're just having a
Just take
recess.
breath.
Look at that.
Yeah,
he has caught one.
Looked like he had the Jimmy Barnes headband on, but it's actually blood across his top of his forehead there, boys.
Yeah.
So I think he'll go out for a Bex and a lay down, but he'll be back. He's a tough customer, Maxie McMahon.
Just taping stock here, Rob, inside 50s and the minute mark.
They've evened it up 7-all now, and we're at 15 and a half, 16 minutes.
Colo, your appraisal so far?
Yeah, I've been excited by the amount of opportunities Ironbank have created for himself, but they've got to consolidate them. They can't afford to kick 2 out in the full and miss shots on goal. They've got to get to the top of the goal square and be dangerous.
Prime opportunity here, right on the 50.
So umpire Humphreys resumes proceedings. Pulled off the ball was Nicholson, taken by Masika. He's gathered. Can he thread his way through? Yes, he does. The Tanzanian Prince gets it out wide, and it's a great kick out here as he finds a teammate out there in young Haylock.
It's a great kick.
Great foot skills too as he goes further afield. Finds Mazuris, your man Mazuris, Goldie. Gets round on that left foot, goes towards the centre of the corridor. He's got Gardner lumbering out, but he leaves it for Lodovitsky. So Lodovitsky, the former Athelston boy in his first year with the Brookers.
Kicked a few goals, hasn't he, Pistols?
Yeah, just check it up here on. Just get the computer up here. 25 he's kicked for the season, boys. So.
Yeah, Benny, you just said at that stoppage, great opportunity for Ironbank, but they just didn't show that hunger that they need to. Masika was the only one that wanted to get through traffic, used the ball well. It's created a shot on goal.
So I'll tell you his best kick here for a lot of Itzy as he goes towards the Salem.
We saw him at Bridgewater kick a bag, I think.
Close to the man, the mark, the ball holds up in the breeze. Big leap in the square. Gardner's down there, got a couple of hands to it, but across the boundary line. So for a boundary throw in. So coming up to 17 minutes expired in the first term, the Division 2 Grand Final, 4 points Kersbrook, 1-1 Ironbank.
Mazika coming off and Hutt coming back on, Pistols.
So contest there, ball goes to the ground, locked up. Be some 30, 35 metres out from the Kersbrook goal front. And the umpire will ball it up. So good conditions here now, boys. Blue sky.
Perfect at the moment.
Bit of cumulus around, but sun's out. That's the main important thing here at Callington Oval, hosting their first A-grade final. Bouncing ball. Well, good attack on the ball by Muirden.
Great tackle.
Locked up in a similar good tackle taken away.
Oh,
by
that was well done by Will Muirden.
O'Sullivan gets across the where. He's got time to have a bounce as he goes along the scoreboard flank. Got the handball into Nugget.
Philp and Munn pushing back.
Jolby will go long inside. That's a good low pass. In front is Paras's bouncing ball. Munn
just needed to execute that a little bit better.
just need to find a target there, but good movement by the Thunderers along the Bremer River side of the ground.
Munn and Philp were pushing back there into space.
So in the right-hand forward pocket towards the railway line.
We'll have a look at this one, Colo, see how it's set up.
Tregowan doing the ruck work with Munn. Ball comes down.
That's better.
Ball by Ware gives to Greg. Greg around the corner,
Oh.
bouncing across the face. 3 for a minor score. Looking dangerous, Levi Greg, because we saw him get best on field in the interleague rep game, Goldie. So
Oh, it was absolute gun in that one. Brad
Yeah.
Pearce with the kick out for Kersbrook here.
That's a good handball there by Ware.
yeah, experience there as Bradley Pearce sets the ball up, holds up in the breeze. Tregowan in front. Also there was Nicholson. Ball
Rosman.
spills down, taken by Rosnan. Under close attention there from Lauby, I think it was. So
Rob
ball was,
Rosman, obviously one of the key players today on that wing.
I mean, he gets out in the open, then he runs, but I don't think they'll be letting him get out too much.
So boundary throw, Nicholson double hands it down. Ball spills free there. Ball
Ware.
done by Ware once again. Quick hands got to Vandenberg.
a better
High kick,
kick.
holds up in the breeze. Knocked down by
Crummers
Charlie.
are there.
Glover, come by Nugget Van Parrott and Jolby. Gets out the back door to Philp, the 8-goal man. Bit of a mung kick. Coming to meet it was Lauby. Got support from Parasis. Out the back door to Brad Pearce. Gets a clearing kick away. Coming to meet us, Braden Hutt. Gathers the ball in front of the Dreammaker. Sells a bit of candy as he tries. Runs straight don't argue to Junior Thomas. Comes to Vandenberg. Gets the ball out to Muirden. Muirden gets the run to Thomas. Who's run on. Thomas spots it up for Philp. Got his hands to it. Smother there comes to McAlpine.
McAlpine, yep.
McAlpine. High kick back out to the wing area. Sending himself there. Reese Van Patten. Ball comes down, taken away by Graber. Kick smothered. Good tight football.
Great
good
vision,
handball by
Schneider.
Schneider got it to Otway. Got it to Dol Van Patten and then cleared by Schneider.
Munn.
Munn moving forward. Used his body.
Great mark.
Push
Great
Parasis
vision
out the
from
way.
Schneider.
The last 3 entries they just did in a minute, they went to exactly the spot that they haven't been going to for the previous 8 minutes. So creating opportunities, going to the top of the square. They've looked dangerous every time. So a really good, they fixed that up quickly then and they look dangerous.
So Jeffrey Munn, 21 goals for the season. And as you said, Goldie, great vision by Schneider on hands and knees. Got the ball out wide.
The old look away.
Yeah, so Jeffrey Munn towards the railway into the ground.
Straight in front. Got to kick these.
Yep, chance to extend the Thunderers' lead here.
3 Kersbrook players on the mark.
No problems about that.
That was good work there, Rob. They've sort of contained Kersbrook's push, and now they're starting to settle now.
Starting to throw the ball around. You notice whenever they get the ball at the back, they just kick it out to a space, trying to get their players to run onto it. So, they threw the ball around there really well.
Hillsfooty.com, powered by HFL Media and Lofty, radio with altitude.
I tell you what, boys, how's about the Braden Hutt? Don't argue, Junior Thomas right in front of us.
Yeah, it was good work, but it was good pressure. It was well done by Ironbank. Their pressure was sensational. They need to maintain that. If they can turn the ball over forward to centre and keep hitting the top of that goal square, they'll create opportunities.
So the Brookers yet to get a goal on the ball back in the centre. Nicholson gets the ball down, taken away here by Irwin. Thunderers inside 50 again to Unionville, meeting the sandwich there as the ball spills down, but he gets the free kick.
Free kick.
Well, umpire Humphries has paid.
Elijah Ware, or is it
he pointed the wrong way.
He's gone the wrong way.
He pointed the wrong way, yeah. But sandwich, he's meeting the sandwich there to Unionville between the two Thunderers. So Louis de Unionville's had a pretty good season in defence. Come on, the premier defenders in the competition. The young man drives it towards the social club side. Big Nicholson puts up the Dukes and takes a mark right in the boundary line. So Nicholson runner up in this year's male medal. High ball towards half-forward flank. They gather. Schneider's there. Also Gurkus having his first runs for this afternoon for the Brookers. Ball fed out here. Otway. Quick hands got the Thomas. He's on fire this afternoon because his old man David here. So
he started well in the second semi as well.
Yeah, so the youngster impressing the dad.
Centre wing, 4 points. Kersbrook, Ironbank, 2 goals, 2. Minute mark?
We have paid nearly 22 minutes. Umpire O'Leary brought the ball in. Here's the chance for Miller. Fires out a handball to no one in particular. Gathered there by teammate was Haylock. Got it back here to Masika. He's working wide, close to the boundary line down there. Oh. Gardner's in there as well. Close to the boundary line. Ball fed out here. Taken away by Joel Van Perren. Goes across here. Rosman. There's a battle between him and the Hutt, the speedsters. Gathered by Rosman. Has a bounce. Oh, it doesn't come back to him. Still under pressure from Hutt. Oh,
off
shoots
he
off
goes.
The tackle right in front of the scoreboard. Well done, Rosman. Lifts the eyes and finds Irwin. There's a chance for the Thunderers. They're going to go inside.
Pushing
50.
back into space
Sets
here.
Ware is lurking at the back of the pack. Munn's there as well. Ball comes to ground. Ware there. Munn, can he get it out?
Quick hands.
Gets the ball.
There we
gets
go.
it to run here.
Rob's man.
Sherwood.
Oh, it's come off.
I'll tell you what.
Didn't look pretty, but it went through.
Effective. That's all you need.
That's all you need.
So, Colo, some great work there by young Rosalind.
Yeah, it was excellent off that half-back line. They kicked to the open space. I really like the work there of Hamish Earl. When he got through the middle of the ground, he was the initial kick out, and then he got on the end of the play, and his spread was too good for Kersbrook, then created the loose player. And, yep, Munn's causing him a problem up forward. When they kick to the top of that square, he's big and strong and brings it to the front.
So 2 goals in virtually 3 minutes as the Thunder is away here, 3-2 to 4 points. Of course, they're favoured by the wind here, so they'll be looking for this type of start, Shane.
Mini Massive just coming back on the ground, McMahon.
So, big Massive. Rob Nicholson got the tap down. Teammate locked up there. Comes back to Nicholson. Masika's there at ground level, also working hard. As the ball held up there, so the umpire will come in and ball it up right, really almost in the centre square still. As a perfect day now for football down there at Callington. Tap down comes to Witt. Witt got the hot way. His kick away is smothered. Going in there working hard. Looks like Muirden in typical fashion. As big Massive Nicholson's in there. He's a bit unhappy with something. The big man.
Okay, Parko one to go on with.
Perfect conditions for the time being, as Colonel said.
So looks like it's Ottaway with the free kick out of that. Campbell's the runner. Reece Van Perren gets his quick kick towards the defensive area. Good body work by Mapalpon. Got rid of Ware. Ball goes to ground.
Player on the outside here.
There's a chance for Joel Van Perren and gives it a run of Witt. Witt towards the top of the square. Philp got it.
Good pressure, Levi Grigg. Great
locked
tackle.
up by Grigg.
Great tackle.
As held up there. Dangerous here. 25 metres out. Ironbank really on a surge here, Shane Collins.
Yeah, they are, aren't they? And Kersbrook getting a bit frustrated and animated with players behind the ball, so they need to get back on to playing the correct way.
So it's round and none. Munn got the tap out here. Miller lurking back in defence. Gets around on his left foot, tries a little kick along the line, missed the target, out of bounds on the full. Michael O'Sullivan will take the resultant free kick here. So O'Sullivan, cricket net side of the ground, the river.
Well, this would bring the house down if you kick this.
So
tough kick.
Sullivan's kicked only the 10 goals for the season, Goldie.
Or is he going to lob it?
Puts it as a bit of a mung kick towards the top of the goal square. In fact, it drops short and through for a more and a score. So Ironbank move along to 3-3 and Kersbrook are 4 points as we come up to 25 minutes gone first term 2018 Division 2A grade grand final.
Rob, your thoughts so far?
They've had the last 11 inside 50s. So 7-2 it was. Now it's 13-8.
So Aaron McAlpine brings the ball back for Kersbrook, holds up in that breeze. Nicholson lurking. But in front is Guards. First time we've sort of seen him for this afternoon. He needs to get in the game, that's for sure. Gardner goes long on the wing. Holds up towards McMahon, spot by Schneider. Ball comes to the ground. Muirden's back there, dispossessed. Going back to get it was Beard.
I think they've got
it back to Desengo. He goes back looking for Tag Lafleur. Errant handball though, close to the boundary line and out over the boundary line near the scoreboard. 3-3, plays 4 points.
Yeah, I think Gardner's centre half back. They've moved him there, Colo, and I think Mini Massive is centre half forward.
And with that, the final, the quarter time siren sounds. As the two boundary riders, Colo and Goldie, will head out to the various huddles to give you all the action that's happening at the end of the first term here on HFL Media.
Hi, it's Chris Gowans here, SAFL Hall of Fame member, and you're listening to the Vibe of the Hills footy on HFL Media.
Hi, Ricky Ebbett here from the Radler Football Club, and you're listening to the Bible, the Hills Football and HFL Media.
Yes, welcome back here. Quarter time, HFL Media, 2018.
Just due to the breeze and that Pistols, I'll just go and see the Kersbrook huddle and I'll come back to you shortly.
All right, Shane Collins and Goldie just lurking there in the middle of the ground. But Robbie Shearwood, Jeff Pistola here. Robbie, we talked about last year, Ironbank were virtually out the game by quarter time in that grand final against Nan. Well, they certainly made a good start. I know they had to win and had to use it. So 3-3 plays, 4 points, a good start. Just goal kickers, Ware, Munn and Kushurboard.
If they can maintain it for a longer period of time.
I'll
just cross over to Benny out in the middle. And
got me, Collar.
Go for it, mate.
Just listening to Stewie Wells, they're very optimistic at quarter time, as you'd expect. Just saying, boys, are we up for the contest? Certainly are. Just making sure that they don't rely solely on Jeff Munn, but this will be an interesting quarter, this one.
At the end of the first quarter are correct on the board, 3-3 to 4 points for Kersbrook.
Just while the spectators are coming off the oval, we do thank all our sponsors.
Just seeing if there's any changes.
Particularly Mortgage Choice, Sports Power, the Courier, West End and Newman and Duttons. Thank you very much for your support.
Okay, back down at Callington Oval, and I'll give you a quarter-time score. Preliminary final Division 1, Uradler 5-4, leading Blackwood 2 goals. So, Uradler in charge there, that game at Harndorf, where I reckon conditions aren't as good as down here. But the big game down here at the moment, 17-point margin to Ironbank.
Rob, as I was saying, Stewie Wells happy with the start, but just don't solely rely on big Jeffrey Munn in attack. Just continue to look for those options because they're presenting in the forward line.
Yeah.
Okay, started second term. Back in the centre. Ball sets up Ottaway against Nicholson. Nicholson thumps the ball forward, taken away by Lodovitzki. Comes to Masika, he's dispossessed. Ball comes back there. Mazuris feeds out a handball, directs to Graber. He overruns it, coming meters Miller. Working hard underneath there for Ironbank.
Tagliaferri.
Like Tagliaferri, who was very prominent in that first term. So 17-point ball game in favour of the Thunderers. They're chasing their third flag, first in 19 years. Ruck duel. Nicholson flicks it down. Taking the ball forward was James. Toe poke forward out of his hands. Comes up here to Gardner on the left foot. Matty Gardner sets towards the top of the square. McMahon back in the action after that, nasty head clash he had earlier. And
forward line structure looks the same for Kersbrook. Leighton McMahon's gone back forward again with Bingos, Gardner, Lees.
So boundary throw-in. Nicholson versus Ottaway. Ottaway gets it down. Overrun it was Beard. Close to the boundary line. His goal line, and he's very happy to just work it over the boundary line. So the first score to second term is a rush behind for Kersbrook. Moves him into 5 behind, trailing Ironbank.
Might have a blood rule here to Gardner.
Another blood rule.
Not having much luck, are they?
No. So,
blood rule.
So Matty Gardner, the co-captain, just making his way off the field here.
It's both the Kersey captains. Yes. Lost some claret today.
Put a C next to your name and it's like a target chain, perhaps.
C for claret.
Absolutely. So Tagliaferri with the designated kicking in duties, as this quarter Ironbank will be defending the railway end, favoured by, I'd suggest 2 to 3 goal breeze. So Tagliaferri waits it now as they're coming back onto the ground. Was young Brady Haylock. So Tagliaferri now all set. Short pass out.
Oh, yep, Crossy.
Finds Cross, James Cross. Goes it back to Tagliaferri. Gets a kick out towards the scoreboard end. Looking for Thomas. Hutt. Looks like he's going to be shadow for the afternoon. Very good quarter from young Benny Thomas as the ball goes out over the boundary line. So
and the ball just grabbed that.
So 2 minutes expired. Boundary umpire brings it down. Ottaway. Nicholson brings it down. In front of him. Locked up there. Mewden working in there. Somehow got himself free to get a toe poke forward. There's Shearwood. Traps the ball cleverly. Straight onto the left foot. Obviously wasn't developed in the backyard of his old man as he tried his right, and it was a bit of a Shearwood shocker. A pedigree Shearwood shocker, that one. Over the boundary line. So.
And got a left foot.
But the thing is, he got some distances on the half.
The way he kicked that, mate, I don't think he's got a right either.
That's right. Ruckwork comes down now. Sullivan working hard. Toe poke forward by Hart. Coming to meet his big Ottaway under pressure from his opposite Nicholson. Ball spilt free, taken by Hutt, drives Kersbrook inside 50, getting back there. Fear the bit. Oh, he spilt what he should have taken. Good enough at ground level to get back. He's got support there from Desengo. Also back there, his cross comes to Tagliaferro, where he mop it up for the Thunderers.
Good pressure.
And uses the boundary line as a ally there to work it over and diffuse that attack for the time being. So coming up to 3 minutes gone. Kersbrook 5 points. Ironbank 3-3. Boundary umpire caught in the breeze. The throw in as Nicholson got the ball down. Desengo cleverly tapped it forward.
Through the middle.
And he ends up with Van Paradon. Nugget drives it forward. Here's a chance for Sherwood. Takes a sliding mark. No, says the umpire. Bradley Pearce. Quick handball finds Mazuris, who goes short and finds Ludovici. So just on the edge of the 50-metre arc going towards the railway end of Callington ground. Trust you're enjoying the coverage here. HFL Media, Lofty Media, 5RRR, and also Hills Footy Flicks through Roy, the cameraman. Good to have him back on board. So Miss Bingos goes long towards the top. Big Massive is lurking, puts up the Dukes. Got his hand, so it comes to ground. Taken by Schneider. Quick clearing kick. Masika will be first in line. Gathers it. Sweeping handball out here to Lodovici. He's set upon. Good tackle by Ware. Ball spills free. Phil. Handball smothered around the corner. Kersbrook. High kick, but close to the boundary line. And good spoiling fist there by Craig Ottaway. Puts the ball over the boundary line. So Kersbrook up in the ante here, Rob, in the opening stages of the second term.
Yeah, they've just put they've closed down the open run, so albeit kicking with the breeze helps.
So Ottaway and Nicholson will do battle. Nicholson works his way to the front. Flicks the ball over the back, taken by Van Paradon. Reese, he gets dumped. Coming to meet Masika, gets the ball out, taken away by Beard. Fear the Beard, goes wide towards the wing here. Here's Grigg. Good work by the youngster. Good mark. Gets to the run of the skipper, Mewden. Streams through the centre square. Has a bounce if you don't mind. Then goes long inside 50.
Down the field,
free kick.
And yes, Mewden going down. Lodovici looked like fender. Oh, that's silly. Oh! Tell you what, this is Festival Hall TV ringside stuff here at the moment. Bit undisciplined play by the Brookers. Obviously got the plan to upset the run of the Thunderers, but I think you find the ball top of the square, taken away by Elijah Ware on goal. And while they're carrying on, he's kicked the goal. Elijah Ware, that's his second for the game. So I tell you what, Kersbrook need to refocus here, Shane Collins.
Yeah, they need to get their head back in the game. As what's what Brett was saying at quarter time too. There was, that free kick, whether it was there or not, didn't need the third player in, and just shows the frustration of Kersbrook at the moment. But full credit to Ironbank. They're doing a great job. They're doing exactly what we said pre-game. They need to open the game up, run with speed, and use the ball well and make the most of their opportunities. That's going to be the key.
Okay. Big Nicholson just throwing something there. It's a shin guard, something, drink bottle. Sorry. So back in the centre, the Ottaway against Nicholson.
Guards is on.
Boys, most attacking team in the competition, I think, Kersbrook. And here it is, 5 minutes, almost 6 minutes in the second term. Haven't got a goal on the board. They read 5 points to 4-3. Ironbank had the blocks quick and easy. Tagliaferro, ground level, get the ball out there. Kersbrook players starting to appeal to the umpire for free kicks. They want to get in front and get the free kicks. As the ball bouncing ball. Heavy clash there of bodies. Ball comes out here to young Griggies everywhere at the moment. Gets back in there towards O'Sullivan. There by Apples James and a big tackle. And holding the ball was the decision. There's Paul James umpiring as well as playing the game.
Could have been a bit higher.
Feeling there for 50. Yeah, I thought so too, Robbie. Bit of a crude sort of tackle, but never mind that. Apples has got the free kick. That's all that matters if you're a Kersbrook supporter. So Paul James, past male medalist, past premiership player, one of many out there, drives the ball high.
Gardner
got his dukes to it. That's what we need to see. Matty Gardner get into the game. So second positive touch for the quarter. So he'd be from 45 metres out, going towards the railway end. So Gardner, he'll go long, sets the ball up. McMahon's there, brings the ball to ground. Miller lurking. Also where was Tagliaferro defensively, puts the ball towards the boundary line and just kicks the touch. Been very impressed with Tagliaferro the final series, Robbie Sherwood.
Yeah, he's been good. He's just roaming off half back. I mean, he gets out in the open, so they kick it to him. So
and always uses the ball when he brings it out of defence. Does something with it, as he did that time. Kicked it to touch intelligently. Nicholson works his way to the front of the ruck contest. Comes to Tagliaferro, gets another high clearing kick taken by O'Sullivan. Tried to get the handball away, but locked up in a good tackle there by the Kersbrook opponent there. So once again, umpire
Schneider and McMahon just outside this contest in the goal square.
Okay, umpire balls it up. Nicholson brings the ball down. Going to ground there. Once again, a good tackle applied by Sullivan, I think it is, for the Thunderers. So Ironbank working pretty hard here.
Now Braden Hutt pushing back to last line of defence.
So Nicholson not away yet again to do ruck battle. As the wind just breezes through the Dreammaker. Probably heard in the special effects. It comes to O'Sullivan. Smothered handball got away. Quick kick away by the skipper Muirden. Out wide, using his body well. There was Tomaselli coming to mid.
Don't argue.
The Cowpine, they'll be the old don't argue. Quick ball up here towards Nicholson. It's a
great
great mark taken by Will Vandenberg. Centre half back area. Had a couple of bodies learn at him, but he stood his ground and took a very good contested mark.
Might be a sign for
there's a magpie just hovering above me.
That could be for tonight, boys.
It's probably going to drop something.
Yeah, he knows you're a GWS fan. It's taken away by Joel Van Paradon. Ball holds up over the top. Being the ball was McLeod. And looks like a free kick being paid
Jeffrey
out there
Munn.
to Jeffrey Munn. Munn goes long. Looking for young Greg. Big leap from behind off hands. It's a chance for Seward. Great attack on the ball there by Nicholson. It was the big man. A couple of Kersbrook boys down on the ground.
Luigi Unionville, one of them.
It's like 10-pin bowling as Nicholson just knocked a few of the Skittles over. Actually, someone down on the ground at the moment, actually.
Another Kersbrook player there.
Kersbrook boy in the distance.
Another one. Bang.
There's a couple in Vandenberg down there.
Just a little bit of push and
just
shove.
A little bit
Grand
of,
final day.
Yeah.
Bit though.
So, some 45 metres out from the Salem men, change room end the ground here. Umpire Humphreys restores order.
Did well there.
Nicholson up against Munn. Wins the ball down, taken there by Sherwood. He's wrapped up in a bear hug by a couple of Brookers. So once again, umpire Humphreys will come in and board up. So we've actually played nearly 10 minutes, boys, in the second term.
Brookers haven't scored a goal yet.
Yeah. You could have got 100 to 1 about that before the start of the game.
And Elijah Ware adding the only goal with the quarter. Ball bouncing in the centre of the ground. Taken by Miller. Here. Goes inside 50. There's a chance for McMahon against Schneider. Fits the ball forward. First again to be Beard. Good pace there by young Haylock. Toe pokes it forward. Schneider gets back for the Thunderers. Round the corner, he's got support. Bouncing ball across towards Beard. He's locked up in the tackle.
He's in trouble here. Well done.
Well done, boy, Beard.
Deliberate.
Good pressure.
Yeah, well done by Jack Beard.
Yeah, he was under immense pressure there. Found the sanctuary of the boundary line. So 200 gamer and life member boundary umpire James O'Leary will set the ball in. 4-3 Ironbank.
Nice
Kersbrook,
elevation.
5 points.
Good one, Rob.
Good elevation. Morgan.
Here we go.
Miller going to ground there too high as Morgan just a little bit
Miller
enthusiastic
So
with that
they
tackle.
need this as an understatement.
So Daniel Miller has kicked, where are we? Just called out on the computer, Rob. 17 goals since his return from Salisbury North. So Daniel Miller, of course, past male medalist Goldie. So take us through this one.
And look at what's coming.
45 to go. Well, basically dead in front. Pistols kicking from 30 metres with Levi Grigg darting around on the mark.
Got that.
So Miller, finally, 11 minutes into the second term, gets the Brookers' first goal on the board through a free kick. And to say they needed that one, Shane Collins, bit of an understatement.
Yeah, they certainly did need it. But look, Ironbank are doing really well at the moment. They're making the most of their opportunities. And Kersbrook, I think Brett James' message at quarter time was spot on. They just got to get their game face back on and concentrate on what they need to do. And hopefully they can turn that around for them, for their sake.
So 4-3 Ironbank. Kersbrook with their first goal, move along to 1-5 here in the fight for the Crown Division 2A Grade Grand Final, live from Callington over on Hills Footy.com. Lofty Media. So back in the centre, Nicholson, Ottaway, the two of them been going all afternoon so far.
Well done.
Comes down to Missouri, starting to warm in the game. Goes inside 50. Desengo versus Gardner. Throws the boot at the ball, gets it forward towards
Great vision.
McMahon around the goal. Can he get round? On his left, he sides the handball over the top to Haylock. In turn goes back to the run of Charlie Graber.
He's
missed it, and that was
15 metres out on the run.
Yeah, the two youngest men on the side for Kersbrook, the 19-year-olds in Haylock and Graber combining there, but unfortunately,
very
score.
gettable.
Just starting to step it up a bit here, Rob.
Yep.
Yeah, you can tell they've lifted the intensity a little bit.
So Reef Van Paradon brings
dangerous kick in.
Good smother by Lodovici. Ball fields to
Lee's lurking out the back.
Handball out. Here's a chance for Lodovici. Here's Lee's if he can get put his head over the ball. Good attack on the ball there by Reef Van Paradon. Release the pressure. Great taken heavily by Miller. Right in front of the Dreammaker, and certainly the youngster in that kick. So the youngest man on the ground, 18 years old, Levi Grigg, crossed over this year from Blackwood. So Grigg right in front of the Dreammaker. Kicks on back up the wing. Seen himself as James. Ball comes down. Mazuris feeds it back to the run of McAlpine. McAlpine goes inside the 50. Good defensive ball by Schneider. Bouncing ball. Here's a chance for Masika. Lodovici. Which one? They get it back to Masika. Masika sets sail for goal, but once again off the line. And I tell you what, are they starting to kick themselves out of this game, boys? Kersbrook, 3 successive behinds.
That is 8 inside 50s to 2, and we're only at the 12-minute mark.
Yep, Ironbank 4-3. Kersbrook 1 goal 7. So Tagliaferri brings the ball back in.
It's a free
Bouncing
kick.
ball out here towards Desengo. Gathers the ball. He's under pressure. Well, from Masika. Dispossessed. Comes back to Grigg. His handball was smothered. Good follow-up by McMahon. Meanwhile, illegal disposal.
Yep. He's
Taken by Paul James to advantage.
On.
And Paul James from point-blank range, 25 metres out.
No, we're taking it back.
The umpire's taking it back, so no advantage there, Goldie.
No, clouds are a bit ominous here, Pistols. I'm not sure if it's coming over the ground or not.
Nah, it's going around us, mate. Yep. We're good.
Collins put out the...
Hopefully, says Shane Collins in the band. I tell you what, it's all right here in the Dreammaker. So.
We haven't put the heater on either yet.
Men for all seasons in here, you blokes out there.
Popcorn in there, Rob, you're right.
So Leighton McMahon has kicked, just rolled up. Rob, 23 goals for the season. So this is an important goal if he can get his 24th, that's for sure. Tucked on the boundary line. Sets it up towards the top of the square.
Massive in Gardner.
Gardner's there.
Oh, Lee's. Oh, it's gone over the top of all of them.
It's carried the pack. McMahon, the whole
all clear.
Captain's goal.
Great goal.
Absolute captain's goal.
So McMahon at the 14-minute mark, as we said, a vital goal, cleared the top of the pack. They were all the big leapers, but they misjudged it and carried through. So an important goal there, Shane Collins, second of the match for Kersbrook. They move along to 2-7, Ironbank 4-3 here on HFL Media.
Yeah, it's a good call. The last 5 minutes, Kersbrook have really been attacking hard. Ironbank really got to stay strong here. They've done a great job so far. They can't afford to drop the ball at all.
How long before more rain, Goldie?
No, well, Colo said it's going around the oval.
Around the oval.
I wouldn't want to be in Murray Bridge.
Peter Dalwood, watch out.
Exactly.
So,
Goldie, we haven't seen your mate yet today. Where is he?
I've got to find him.
I heard him. I just heard him.
Yeah, John Beauchamp, the number one ticket
he's only
holder.
had it twice.
Meanwhile, the ball taken away by Muir and toe pokes Ironbank forward.
Ooh.
Oh, spinning out there. Miller. Oh, well done by Muir. How's that for a great follow-up by the skipper? Gets it towards Ware.
Tackle.
Hot potato as he tackled. Play on, says the umpire.
High tackle. No.
Taken out there. Oh, going down there looked like a freak. It was Lauby.
No, holding the ball.
Josh Lauby being pinged for holding the ball there. But hot in the kitchen out there, boys. Elijah Ware.
Done some good things today, Elijah.
Yeah, two goals on the board.
See who the target is here. That's good.
There you go, short, and phones Daniel
Philp.
Philp. 8 goals in the qualifying final. Goes bang.
Oh, it's gone to the line.
It's
Jeff
drifted
Munn.
across. And Jeffrey
Jeff
Munn back
Munn,
there.
right
Had
on
2
the
to
line.
beat.
Yeah, he's paid it too.
He has. I
That's
think
slack.
the Brooker boys might have thought it was over the line.
Yeah.
So,
Good mark by Munn, but 2-on-1 right there on the goal line. One being massive. He shouldn't be taking contested marks
so
there.
tucked into the left forward pocket. Salem in, Chandroom end pocket. Jeff Munn will take his best kick. He's already got one for the game.
Come around here and have a snap around the corner.
Perhaps in his final appearance for the Thunderers.
Might go to set shot.
Wait and see. So Jeffrey Munn.
He's gone the set shot by the looks of it.
Yeah, he is.
You have to thread the needle here, that's for sure. Right on the boundary line, next to the point post.
He loves it.
I tell you what, he ought to take up sewing. That's a brilliant finish there, Shane Collins.
Yep, he certainly did thread the needle there. But look, that was Brett James would not be happy about that. That was quite slack by Kersbrook on the goal line. That should always go through for a point. But full credit to Ironbank. Munn was that forward that's always going to be dangerous for Kersbrook. He takes a great mark, and he's very important to their success today.
So we've played 16 minutes in the second term, and it's 2 goals apiece this term. But of course, Ironbank kicking 3 unanswered goal in the first term gives them that lead 5-3 to 2-7 here.
Good response, Rob.
Mate, excellent response. They got it down there quick. Long kick once again into unknown territory with money, and put the pressure on.
So first goal goes to win. So Ironbank, could it be valuable? Ball Van Paradon fed out there by Miller, back to Nicholson. Got a handball towards McMahon. Intercepted by Philp. Comes to Rosnan, I think he's dispossessed of the cricket pitch area, right in the cricket pitch area, so it'd be Rosnan. Take the resultant free kick. Exciting youngster. Just waiting for the ball to come back to him. So Masika right on the edge of the cricket pitch, standing to mark. Rosnan with the free kick. As I said, his side leading 5-3 to 2-7. 16.5 minutes gone, second term. Trust you enjoying our coverage here on HFL Media. Big day of football here.
Great
Good grab taken out there by O'Sullivan.
See what the next kick does.
Goes short to the lead for Thomas.
Out.
I think it was intercepted there by Lodovici. So Lodovici relieves the pressure. So
it's massive in the middle of the ground.
So as the clouds move around towards
I think you're
Murray
right,
Bridge.
Colo. You know this area.
He does. He's a man. He knows man for all seasons. As that kick's going to drift out in front of the scoreboard. In fact, is it out in the full? Yes, it is. So relieving free kick.
Desengo? No,
Shearwood, you should know him. High kick as it comes back here off hands. Oh, great gather there by Rosner. The youngster streaks through half forward. Puts towards the top of the square. Jeffrey Munn got his answer. Can he toe poke? He's under pressure. He hit. And Greg is running. Thunderers are go. Levi Greg.
Yes.
Well, the player that Rob wasn't sure of, that was quite good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the player actually set that up nicely.
They just got it on quick, didn't they? They just got it on quick. So,
yeah, good reward to Levi Grigg. He's played a sensational game and one of the best players in the first half, so he deserved that goal from right on the goal line.
And good work to set it up, as you said, young Jossie Rosnan as well on that wing, out of wing. So Ironbank.
Good response here, last 2 goals.
6-3 to 2 goals 7. So
18 minutes gone in the second term. So Ironbank doing pretty well against the Breeze here. They kicked 3 with it and they've kicked 3 against it. So they're going well. Otway went unopposed. Nicholson got the knockdown to Miller. Sells a bit of candy as he got past Muirden. Drives to Kersbrook. Back here's Lees, but getting back to Sengo. The swing
push out.
That's been a push out to Bradley Lees.
Downfield, boys. Miller got decked after kicking it. Yep.
Okay, so umpire Humphrey's right on the spot there. So Bradley Lees, we know what he can do when he gets opportunities. Kicked 39 goals for the year.
I was just going to say, I don't reckon he's had a touch yet today. He needs to get into the game.
As we saw in the second semi, boys, he had sparse touches and then kicked forward in the last quarter. So you can't deny he can be a decisive
big game
factor.
Performer, Pistols.
So he needs to kick this one towards the railway end, sets it on its way. I think it's drifting across the face. Indeed it is. So a minor score for the Brookers. Moves them on to 2-8. 6-3 Ironbank here on HFL Media. Reece Van Paradon brings the ball back out. Double grab mark by Vandenberg. Not paid. Comes along here to O'Sullivan. He's certainly winning the game. He gets handball towards Muirden and centre the ground. Handball back to Sullivan, who's run on. Well played. He'll have to get rid of the ball as he's besieged by Tomaselli. Scrap the kick forward. Griggs there battling well for Ironbank. Comes out here towards Irwin. Gets a high kick forward. Looking in the direction of Munn, but it's high, wide and unhandsome and across the boundary line for a throw-in. So a quick transition there by the Thunderers. So right half forward flank areas, they go towards the Salem end of the ground, the change room end. Ironbank, very impressive here.
Josh Rosman's had a great quarter, Pistols. You called him earlier. He's had a couple of really important touches.
Yeah, the youngsters, Rosnan and Griggs certainly leading the way for the Thunderers here. Boundary throwing. Tregowan will do the ruck work. Munn gets it down. Bouncing ball here. Chance to get there's Irwin, I think it is, in the distance. Gets the ball, he's under pressure. Gets it to Muirden, overcooked the handball. Muirden battling the ball in front of him, goes to ground. Appealing for a free kick in the back. No, says the umpire. So we have a boundary throw in half-forward flank area for Ironbank. They're leading 6-3 to 2-8 here. 2018 grand final comes down to Griggy, set upon, tried to get the handball out. Ware in there as well. Stacks on the mill here. Comes out here. Quick kick by O'Sullivan. He's been busy. Just got big leap there over the top. Whoa. Umpire playing on as bouncing ball out here towards Otway. Sorry, Desengo knocks the ball on.
Yeah, they're on here.
On here, it comes out to Lodovic. He has a bounce as he pulls clear, then goes inside 50. Perhaps could have run with the ball a bit further, and that's a waste opportunity, Shane Collins.
It certainly was. They created the loose player there, but just burnt that with a poor inside 50.
So Reece Van Paradon, half-back flank area.
Goldie, I'm not confident about the next one, though, mate.
Just waits on off. He goes backwards towards Tagliaferri. He takes the ball and just runs back off the mark. So what's on offer. Rosner is running to provide an option. Goes out wide here to Grigg, who's everywhere at the moment. He takes a good mark. So Ironbank youngsters certainly using the spaces here. Tagliaferri calling him to play it on. He does. He handballs to Tagliaferri. He'll run into a brick wall as he got rid of the ball. Met after he got rid of the ball. Rosner goes down heavily. James is in there. He puts his body over the ball with a good solid tackle. And I tell you what, it's pretty willing football out there, boys.
It is, but I like that. Ironbank are going to have a crack. They're not going to die wondering. They're trying to run on, handball, link up and play.
They're certainly not being intimidated.
No,
Shane,
not at all.
Sure. So Nicholson against Chris Morgan. Nicholson over the top, got the ball down towards James. Taken by Miller, quick kick away.
Gardner.
Towards the pocket, looking for Gardner, but it's the wind has caught it and put it over the boundary line. And the ball went out in the forward. I reckon umpire put Crumpton, and the goals has lost his hat as well in the breeze.
Breeze has picked up here a bit, Colo.
Yeah, there's a little dark cloud that's sliding in behind it,
This
mate.
might be a second half job.
We might be in the Dreammaker in a couple of minutes.
So just waiting for the ball to retrieve. That's probably up there, Careman too in the breeze. It looks like Desengo to bring it in from Jason to the behind post. Puts the high kick, holds up the breeze in front of the Dreammaker. Chance for Colo to get a start. Tregowan was up high. Ball come down to Rosnan. Quick hands as he got away. Come to meet Van Paradon. Marking the forward. Well done. Mazuris has a class there. Tips the ball.
Guards tried to toe poke through.
Yeah, Mazuris was put down, but almost a miracle strike in the goal square by Gardner, but that's 3 for a minor score. So 2-5 now they've registered this quarter, Kersbrook, and they move along to 2-9 to 6-3, Goldie.
This lead might be very important because
absolutely.
That cloud isn't looking that good, Colo.
So 11.
And it won't be drizzle, I'll tell you.
11 shots to 9 in favour of Kersbrook. They trailed, as I said, 2-9 to 6-3.
No, look at the wind grab
Look at it,
that.
almost went backwards, that ball in the air. The strength of the wind. And it's out of bounds on the full.
Very
out of
similar
bounds
to
on
the Kersbrook day where Kersbrook just kicked themselves out of the game.
Yeah, well, that game when they actually lost, the only loss was 6-point margin to a windy day at Kersbrook. You're quite right, as the boundary umpire threw the ball and went over his shoulder just about with the wind. It's really lifting. Gardner goes to ground looking for support. Comes out here, taken by Morgan, gets a quick kick away. Look at the ball, hold up. Comes out and McMahon camps his body under the ball and takes a mark just inside the 50-metre arc.
Well,
so the wind's certainly lifting here, boys.
He's kicking with it.
I suggest as the wind lifts...
Aim for the middle of the goals and hope.
I suggest as the wind lifts, the rain might be on the way, Colo. You'd be happy to
Darren Wake in front of us, his hair's going everywhere in the breeze.
Well, that's right, just shows how strong that is. So, Leighton McMahon, 50-metre arc, puts it towards the top of the square.
With the
Big
breeze.
Nicholson lumbers out. Gardner across the face, off hands through for yet another minor
kick.
score. So, frustratingly, points, they move along to 2-10. Kersbrook, Ironbank a 6-3, and we come at the 24-minute mark, second term. So, half-time looming here in the Division 1 Grand Final. Tagliaferri's kick out just almost stalls in the air. And in front, taking a good strong mark is Joel Van Parent.
Key moments here, Colo.
Yeah, absolutely.
You probably hear the breeze blowing through the headphones as he handballs back to Tagliaferri. The rain's on the way, boys, I suggest, which will make that lead even more invaluable. 6-3 to 2-10. And Junior Thomas taking a mark as Ironbank playing possession football, working into the breeze. So, Benny Thomas kicks it towards the score.
Look at that.
Almost went back over his head. But
Good
the mark
mark,
taken
that was
by
a set
Beard.
play.
Just get in front here, boys, and Ironbank reading the ball a bit better, Shane Collins.
Yeah, absolutely. They're doing a good job.
As that ball sits up in the breeze, Big Nicholson
Great
gets
save.
back and he takes the mark. No, not
Didn't
paid
pay
by
it,
the umpire. Feeds the boy there to Thilp, gets a handball along towards Elijah Ware, close to the boundary line. Gets support there
Great
from
run,
Van Parent.
great run.
Comes to
Levi
Greg.
Grigg.
The danger machine puts it towards the top of the square. I tell you what, if this is a goal, bouncing across the front to Rosman, looking for support, trying to get round on his left, curls it back around, bounce to the goal.
Brilliant.
And it's Phil. Is it Phil?
Yep.
He was in part of the setting up
Yeah,
of that
he
goal.
was. I tell you what, another bit of slack checking there by the Brookers.
Yeah, it
Shane
was,
Collins.
and just working hard. They just, Ironbank, when they push off and they run, they really take off, and they're working a lot harder than Kersbrook running forward, and they're creating those half opportunities and then finishing them off. So full credit to Ironbank.
As you said, they're involved in plays up the field, some of these young Thunderers, and run on. Grigg, Rosnan, and great work by Rosnan in that right forward pocket, curled around on his left.
He's had a fantastic quarter of footy, hasn't he?
And Daniel Philp raises the 7th goal for the Ironbank Football Club. 7-3 leading Kersbrook 2-10, 25 minutes gone, second term. So half time. Just about here as Nicholson flies up, got the tap down, taken away by Muir and gets it back to Joel Van Parent. They're running amok here. Philp got it back to Joel Van Parent. Thunder is inside 50 again.
No, Junior
Thomas.
Looks like a free kick being paid.
Munn wanting it long here.
Yeah, Benny Thomas with the ball. Will give it off the
Elijah
line.
Ware.
He's lurking. Ware reads the breeze. Nice.
Touch right on the
Close
line.
as.
That's close. So that would have brought the house down. That one by Elijah Ware, certainly looming. And they're just running away with him, Shane. At the
They
moment.
are at the moment, aren't they? They're just dominant at the stoppages, and then their leg speed's really hurting Kersbrook.
Interestingly, the first point behind of the turn for Ironbank as they move to 7-4
Kick.
to 2-10.
Junior Thomas.
And the kick by Joel Van Parent has found Benny Thomas, who's certainly up and about, entertaining the old man here this afternoon, no doubt.
Talk us through this one, Rob, right on 50.
Yeah, into the teeth of the breeze, so take one of his better kicks. It is a nice kick, though.
He's only kicked 5 for the season, perhaps more renowned as a defender. So, as Rob said, he'll take his best kick here as he goes towards the Salem club room end. Goes to short. Oh, and looks like it's Philp who's been allowed to drift into space.
Once again, pointing of fingers.
Yeah, it's not good.
I tell you
If there's any paint on the walls at half time, I would suggest it's coming off, because I don't think Brett will be very happy with the way they're going. Ironbank all over him at the moment and just doing it too easy. So full credit to them. They've forced this game to be played this way, and they're doing a great job.
So Philp, who kicked the last goal within about 3 minutes ago, so he's a chance to really get consecutive goals on the cusp of half time, which will really give the Thunderers a big G to search for their third flag.
Big kick.
So Philp sets the ball up, the wind catches it.
Oh, what's it?
Has drifted it right across, ball off hands, front of the goal, spoiled away, taken shot, a handball comes back to Rosner around the corner on the left. He puts a high barrel towards the top of the square, Big Pack gathers, Ball comes in, looks like a packet mark has been paid back there in the last side of the fence. Back there, it's Louis de Unionville. Handball's off to the run of a teammate there, and Lowby with that left foot drives out towards the wing. Big leap by Mazuris over the top. Van Paradon, Reese versus Mazuris. Also, there's young Graber, grabs the ball, wrapped on the tackle, spills a possession. McMahon, good work by Schneider, looks for
Great
support,
work.
gets it back into Beard. Well done on back defence. Short ball, but intercepted by Mazuris.
Got no one forward, though.
That's exactly right. So he chooses to go long, and
now they do.
Getting back there, young Haylock. Take the ferry, his Gardner lurking. He needs it. Grabs the ball, fumble, gets support. His handball to top of the square. A lot of Vitzi. He goes to the ground under pressure.
Great pressure.
Ironbank, great pressure. Tagler Ferry's in there as well, and well done.
Well done by Ironbank.
This Ironbank defence standing up here, certainly in this second term. As tantalisingly would be some 20 metres out from the railway end goal.
Yep.
Kersbrook desperately needing a goal before half time. Nicholson rucks it down, tamed by McMahon. Goes without the ball. Nicholson goes back in, do deriving work at ground level. Locked up once again.
Well, it's 15 inside 50s to Kersbrook to 8 this quarter, and they've been outscored, what, how many goals, Jeff?
Well, this quarter, 4 goal to 2.
4 to 2.
Yep. So Nicholson doing battle with Ottaway. Ball comes down there, taken by going to ground level there.
That's a high, isn't it?
Yep. High tackle, perhaps? No.
Lucky.
So once again,
Miller.
20 metres out here from Kersbrook's goal.
Yeah, Miller. So still tantalising distance. Ball set up. Nicholson gets the tap down. Lee's lurking. Miller at ground level, working hard, trying to get the ball out. Locked up by young Rosnan and Schneider, and a good strong tackle for the Thunderers. There's a bit of push and shove. Schneider, a bit of byplay up there, as he does. So here's a chance once again. Umpire.
I think there's a minute left, Pistols.
Minute to go. As I said, 29 minutes expired. So up to go. Nicholson tried to fist it forward, running through was James. Comes back here to Junior Thomas, taken high. Good tackle applied.
You're
the
joking.
ball by young Brody Haylock. And I tell you, Benny Thomas a bit unlucky there. The umpire studied anatomy. He looked rather high. As the siren goes, as Goldie hinted. So I tell you what, this is a very important kick by young Brody.
Very important and
Brody
very tough.
Haylock, the youngster. 19 years old and kicked 16 for the season, and none more important than this shot he's going to have. So Brady Haylock, it'd be some 25 metres out, but on an acute angle. Railway goal end. So young Haylock sets it up. Looks like it's drifted too far across. In fact, through for a minor score. So Kersbrook may rue this as they've return of 2 goals, 7 boys in the second term. Ironbank have kicked 4 goal 1.
A little bit of chirp here.
Yeah, as players get together as they head off the ground, Ironbank, no doubt, perhaps getting in the ears, because I'd say Kersbrook probably came into this game a warm favourite, but at this stage trailing.
Yep.
It's 2-11 to 7-4, Shane Collins.
Yeah, absolutely. And full credit to Ironbank. You can't say enough about their first half. It's been sensational. If I was Kersbrook, I'll be getting everyone in quick. I'll be running in together. Even their body language here, it doesn't match Ironbank's. You look at them going in, Ironbank are all together, shoulder to shoulder. Kersbrook are spread all over the place. Some boys with their chins on the ground, they really need to pick it up and find something, because it's been Ironbank through and through at the moment. So they were probably lucky there, Kersbrook, that the 5 minutes that Ironbank dominated, the breeze was right up and they couldn't consolidate with scores on the board. But it'll be a interesting second half, and Kersbrook certainly need to find something. So, and the rain is just about to start dropping.
Well, that's good, mate. So that's good, Shane, being half time. As we just look at the goal kickers for Ironbank, Elijah Ware with 2. Munn with 2. Greg Philp, and of course that unknown Sherwood Kitty kicked their goal well. And also for Kersbrook, all their goals coming in the second term. Daniel Miller and Leighton McMahon. So just to recap, quarter time it was Ironbank 3-3. Kersbrook with 4 points, and now half time 7-4. Ironbank 2-11. So so entertaining game of football here. A lot of work to do for the Thunderers to get back in the game here. So Robbie,
big effort required by Kersbrook. Well, Ironbank deserved their lead. They've just ran them off their legs, so to speak. So you make your own luck in footy. So they worked harder, and they actually look like they want it more.
Yeah, so I reckon that's a fair that's a fair assessment at this stage.
Footy's a pretty basic game. If you want it more and you work harder, and
absolutely,
that's as simple as it is.
And Kersbrook have made some mistakes where in past weeks, we just saw Gardner there on the goal line. 9 out of 10 times that handball hits the chest and walk in goal, but he handballed it on the ground. It bounces everywhere. They don't get a shot. He also took a flying kick in the mid-air, at a shot that was going straight towards him. Could have chest marked that and gone back and had a shot 5 out. So they're doing some things that are probably uncharacteristic for the Kersbrook Footy Club. So the pressure for them is now to turn it round and get back to playing what they play the best.
As we just look at the goal kickers for Ironbank, Elijah Ware with 2. Munn with 2. Greg Philp, and of course that unknown Sherwood Kitty kicked their goal well. And also for Kersbrook, all their goals coming in the second term. Daniel Miller and Leighton McMahon. So just to recap, quarter time it was Ironbank 3-3. Kersbrook with 4 points, and now half time 7-4. Ironbank 2-11. So so entertaining game of football here. A lot of work to do for the Thunderers to get back in the game here. So 23-point margin, if I'm correct, Rob.
Yep, 23 points.
Scott Creek College.
Four goals.
Even funny, when you look at they had a 17-point lead at quarter time, so they've only extended by a goal, but they seem to have, in the latter half of that quarter, shown they had all to play, didn't they?
Yeah, absolutely, and they're doing it exactly. We said pre-game about a few things they need to work on. Been really impressed with Levi Grigg. He's given Josh Labby. We said 2 weeks ago, Josh Labby ran off and did his own thing. Griggs made him so accountable today, and he's hurting him going the other way. So they've done the right thing. Munn's been real dangerous at the top of the goal front, and their speed through the midfields. I was really impressed with Rossman that quarter. He was instrumental in getting some forward 50 entries and shots on goal. A couple of really good crumbing jobs by him. But and those boys down back, they were sensational as well. And full credit to Ironbank. It's excellent to see that they've come today. We seen them 2 weeks ago walk off with their heads on the ground, and we thought, gee, they better not lose too much confidence. And well done to Wellesley and their team. They've got them back together. And at half time, of an A-grade grand final, they'll take that any day of the week.
And speaking of half-time, as we go around the grounds in the Mortgage Choice Hills Football League Division 1 preliminary final, it's Blackwood 7-2, Uradla 6-5. So obviously the Woods fighting back there and closing up the margin at half-time. So a tight game there, just repeating Blackwood 7-2, Uradla 6-5 in the preliminary final. Of course, the winner to take on Harndorf next week. And of course, we'll be there, Robbie Sherwood, for HFL Media. Looking forward to that one. And hopefully the long-range weather forecast is a bit
better
nice
than today.
Every Saturday from 2 p.m, join Pistols and Goldie for the 2018 Mortgage Choice Hills Football League Call of the Wild. You'll hear full live coverage of the match of the week, plus updates from around the grounds and heaps more. Hillsfooty.com, powered by HFL Media and Lofty. Radio with altitude.
Okay, back here on HFL Media live at Callington, where it's a balmy 8 degrees, I believe. And Shane Collins down on the boundary as a special guest for us. So, Collo, take it away.
Thanks, Pistols. We're just out here ready to start the second half. Only 2 players come to Kersbrook's bench. I'm not sure whether something's happened there, but just got actually past Kersbrook champion and Port Power legend, Roger James with me. Groggy, bit disappointing so far, mate.
Yeah, things haven't probably gone to plan for Kersbrook at the moment, but that's probably due to Ironbank's efforts.
How do you reckon Beefy would have copped half time?
He could have. He doesn't give sprays too often, but I reckon at half time today he might have gave one.
Yeah, exactly. And what would you do, mate? Well, how could you turn it around? How do you think the Brookers can turn this around?
Obviously kick goals. We've kicked 2 goal 11, so just got to be cleaner going forward.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. All right, we're about to get going. Enjoy the second half, mate, and the Frothies. And over to you and the Dreammaker, boys.
Thanks very much there to Shane Collins as we get underway. Second half, 23-point margin to Ironbank. Fight for the 2018 Division 2 Hills Football League A-grade crown. As the rain continuing here.
Just quickly, there's a problem here in the Kersbrook back half. They've got 1 extra player.
Oh, yeah, Braden Hutt just going to pick up Philp now, I see. Yeah.
Still an extra player in the middle.
Yeah, so, well, wait
Kersbrook only got 5 defenders.
I can tell you, Colo, it's a balmy 8 degrees down here at Callington now. So.
And what's the feels like? I bet it's -4.
I'll let you know.
I tell you what, it feels all right in here. I don't know how it is where you are. There's Big Nicholson with the ball. He's dropped up, got it. Masika finally gets a boot to ball. Bouncing ball towards the half-forward flank area. Leading the race for the ball is Gardner. Can he trap it? No, he can't before the boundary line.
Lauby's gone forward, so whether there's confusion around that happening. See, Bingos has come down the back half, throwing his arms around here, trying to work out what's going on. So
yeah, so Dylan Bingos been switched out of the forward line. We actually have seen him play full back on occasions. As it comes to Masika, dispossessed there. Ball kept in a rather scrappy play. And you suggest with the rain now during the half-time break, boys, it could become a bit of a scrappy game, which would certainly play in the hands of Ironbank as they lead 7-4 to 2-11.
Yeah, absolutely. Just to create that confusion. Now Mish has run into the bench, so there was obviously something going on there.
Oh, they didn't have 19 on the ground, but a bit late now. It's a ball fed out to Elijah Ware. Going to ground there, Kersbrook. Once again, heavy, scrappy pack situation. It looks like Paris is coming back onto the ground, so there's a good chance here at Kersbrook, and only 90 seconds into the second half as the ball fed out here. It's a chance gathered by Joel Van Paradon in front of the scoreboard, goes inside 50 looking for Munn against Paris. Munn uses his body, gets rid of his opponent. Here's Sherwood, races on the ball, has a little track from the forward pocket, bounce, hit the post, so out of bounds, but geez, showing a bit of pace there, Robbie, the young fella.
Yeah, I've never seen him run so fast.
Player X. Who is that player?
Player X.
Yeah, the check number, the budget see number 22 was, I think.
When he kicked it, I realised who it was.
There you go. So umpire James O'Leary, bound 200 gamer, sets the ball back in. Tregowan got the tap down. Taken by McMahon. Left foot around the corner. Out there looking towards Miller, but intercepting it. It looks like it's over the boundary line anyway. I think it's Irwin or Van Paradon.
Yeah, Jolie, I reckon.
Yeah, Joel Van Paradon. In the distance, so goes short, looking direction of Munn,
great kick,
who's able to find space rather easily, and it's taken a chest mark some 30-35 metres out on a bit of an angle. Munn has already kicked 2 goals this afternoon, so
rain stopped, winds died down just a little bit, but
so a chance here to extend the 23-point margin the Thunderers hold at the half-time break. So Jeffrey Munn.
Benny must be still in the club rooms under a heater.
If he's got any sense, he will be.
Goldie, where are you?
Fair weather commentator Goldie, I'd suggest. As Jeffrey Munn.
He's going to Star Wars tonight too.
Right forward pocket. Sets it on its way.
Celebrating.
Will it do enough for No.
Ooh. Looked good off the boot.
It did certainly look good from here, but
he tried to do the convincing too. He ran off dancing, but only a point.
He did too. So the lead extends to just 4 straight goals here in favour of Ironbank in search of their 3rd Hills Football League Premiership. First one in 19 years. So Aaron McAlpine to bring the ball back in for the Brookers from the railway end goal. Undecided. Chooses now to go wide. Scoreboard flank. Ball holds up in the breeze. Working his way to the front of the pack and taking good mark is Will Muir. Certainly been an inspiring leader in the first half. And continuing on with a good strong mark there. Sets the ball up high. Elijah Ware territory, got his hands to it. Ball spills free, comes back to Wire. I tell you, Ware. That's his 3rd for the afternoon. Elijah Ware just experienced there, Shane Collins, in that contest.
Look, I'd be really concerned because we haven't seen any energy in this second half. We thought they'd come out with some energy. Haven't seen it at all. Full credit again to Ironbank. Great work. There's a great mark out there by Mearden. Brings it in top of the square. Good crumbing goal. Elijah Ware won out in the goal square. Is a really good move there. So he was too good.
So I tell you what, Elijah Ware, he might be a bit of a candidate for the Peter Page medal and also the Flight Centre voucher, which goes to that award. So, and here's Goldie back from the warmer climates.
In that second semi-final.
Oh, Goldie, you're back, mate. How was the heater?
I was just checking out the surroundings and everything.
He did have a quiet patch, but
I thought I heard her. I honestly
that's
thought
a good look, Rob. I love that beanie over
got
the
beanie on,
sort of
mate.
look.
It's so cold here.
So
step outside.
Back in the centre, Nicholson up against Otway. Otway gets the ball, doesn't roam it, dispossessed, taken away by Vandenberg. Toe pokes it forward, overrun it was that man Sherwood. Tries a little toe poke to Muirton. Muirton running the ball in front of him, goes to ground. Here's Greg, very impressive in the first half. Good courageous work by Brad Pearce as he dived on the ball. Also in there.
We need the KFC fire bucket from Kangarilla.
Yeah, we do.
It was young Haylock, so umpire sets it up. Tregowan gets it down. Ball spills free, comes to Muirton, gets a kick away under pressure. Bouncing picked up by Paris. There's a quick kick, falls in the hands of Haylock. Goes long with the left foot for Kersbrook inside 50. Coming out to meet it with Miller over the top. Ball goes out. It's Lauby. He's moved up forward. Gets a handball out of Masika. Misses the target. Mopped up here by Reece Van Paradon. Gets towards the cricket pitch area. Bouncing ball leads Witt. Vandenberg ran in a brick wall in the form of Miller. Coming in to remonstrate is Muirden, and a big miss of Nicholson just puts a half Nelson on him. But I tell you what, solid hit there on Vandenberg, who's down at the moment. But just a heavy body contact, boys. I didn't see anything untoward about it.
No, just it was a good bump.
Actually, the free
He's giving him 50
for
a bit of churn.
50, but Vandenberg and hit high is the call. I don't know if that's worthy of a 50, boys. I don't know. Just a normal free kick. But anyway, tell you what, Vandenberg the chance here. Elijah Ware quickly grabs the ball. Why wouldn't you? He's kicked three of their 8 so far. So why wouldn't he grab the football and say?
He would have been 60 metres away from that contest when it happened.
He's probably down there actually getting Vandenberg and pushing him on the ground, putting him down.
He's having a good chat to Daniel Miller here.
He's ran right up there to get hold of that.
So Elijah Ware, who kicked the first goal of the second half, is the opportunity to kick his second. And I tell you, this will extend the lead even more. They lead 8-5 to 2-11. So towards the railway end of goal.
He'll get into Daniel Miller here.
Elijah Ware, straight as a die. So Ware puts Ironbank further ahead. 8-5 to 2-11.
Oh, and full credit to Elijah Ware there, but seriously, that for me, that's poor umpiring. You can't do that. He was 50 metres away from the player that was involved in that, and you can't just wander up and give it to your best kicker. But well done to him for making them, milking it out of him. And it was a good contest in the middle. Something must have happened. There was a 50 metres given away, but well done to Ironbank, and Kersbrook really up against it now.
Be like the game of gridiron. You just get your designated kicker.
Correct. Yeah. Exactly.
bring him off the bench. Quick, get him out of here.
Who we got in the middle here, Rob?
Hamish Irwin, Will Muirden,
Ottaway,
Sully, and Otters.
Ottaway gets the ball down, taken by that man Miller.
High tackle,
free kick.
This time he gets the tackle, gets it to Lodovitzi. He goes inside for the Brookers. There's a chance from looming back there is Beard. Oh, good defensive punch by Beard towards the boundary. Here's Lees. Can he gather the ball? Really sided this afternoon. And in fact, over the boundary line, his guards comes in. He didn't like the treatment dished out to Lees, but I don't think
they're trying to get themselves going here, Colo.
They just need to get themselves
the spark, boys, don't they?
They just need to get at the ball. That's the problem.
As the Sunshiners return to Callington Road, Nicholson fists it back over his head, bouncing ball, taken out here by Van Paradon. Goes back, got some support back there, gave it the Beard, in turn got it across to Sengo. High kick out towards Mystery Man Sherwood. Comes he's on position to Hutt. Ball goes to ground. Players
did well
there.
Did well.
Locked in there. Greg with a good tackle applied there. And the ball held up, so well done. Tackle applied there, I'd suggest, on...
There's Apples, James.
Haven't seen a lot of him this afternoon. Apples is Nicholson. Good tap out. Comes to Greg, who's been very impressive this afternoon. Rolling ball.
A few players we haven't seen today.
Yeah, I think apart from Miller in the midfield, the rest of the Kersbrook boys have been unsighted. So full credit to Ironbank again.
So Morgan against Nicholson. Nicholson fixed the ball forward, coming to meet it was Tag Leferi, got out towards Rosman.
No.
Quick hands back in. Big Nicholson tries to barge his way through. He's thrown the ground by Morgan. Ball comes back in the meantime. A free kick.
Throwing the massive one.
I'll tell you what, there's good effort by Morgan, even bringing him to ground, but the massive one got the free kick. So big Robbie Nicholson puts it inside 50 for the Brookers. Gee, do they need some goals? Gardner pushed out of the contest. Ball comes to ground there. Good work by Schneider. Yeah, Schneider. Good defensive work by him. Goes out wide. He's got Reece Van Paradon for sit for him, but overcooked the kick and the mark taken by Lodovitzi.
Got to get the vision right here.
So Kersbrook pushing. Goes short out here and finds McMahon. McMahon back to Lodovitzi to play in the 0-1-2. Goes forward. Short kick. Fumbled there by Mazuris, I think it was. As ball spills out here, taken away by Joel Van Paradon.
Levi Grigg running through the middle.
To Greg. Comes to Munn. Good work there. Ball came, that was Paris. Here's intercepted there by Irwin. Gets a handball out towards Philp. Philp gets on to Sherwood. He's dispossessed.
Didn't have it.
Finally a free kick. Could that have been 50 as the ball was kicked further afield, but no, just a few spot fires out there at the moment. Shane, also a little bit of advice being given between the teams.
Yeah, and as Goldie said before, Kersbrook are trying to ignite themselves, but probably need to get their hands on the footy and just win some more ball, I would think.
So Louis de Unionville with the ball for Kersbrook goes out towards the half-forward flank area. Comes and mark taken just. out there by
Graber.
Haydock, is it? Graber, sorry.
Lauby.
He goes out here towards Lauby. He's moved forward this half. Gets his hands. It comes to Rosnan. Loses it. Goes back and gets it. Gets support there from the teammate.
No.
Ball knocked forward though. Sweeping on into dangerous leads. He needs to ignite something. Goes without it. Stacks on the middle in the forward pocket. Ball spills out there. Locked up there with a couple of big tackles. So Kersbrook pushing forward but just can't get the result. They haven't scored this quarter. Meanwhile, Ironbank have added 2-goal-1, so they lead 9-5 to 2-11. Just repeating the half-time score. Preliminary final, Division 1. It was Blackwood 7-2, leading Uradla 6-5.
Gee, to turn that around.
Yeah.
Certainly have. So, and don't forget, we'll be bringing all your Division 1 action next week. It's the ball, clever little kick by Mazuris, found his former Affelson teammate, Lodovitsi. So,
Got a bit of it.
I know those two boys come up together, but it's interesting. They kick to each other a whole lot.
Yep. Waxing.
Well, if you don't know the other guy's Shane.
Yeah, well, that's true.
It's called waxing, Shane.
And they probably kick it back to Tomaselli as well. So Lodovitsky yet to get on the board this afternoon. In fact, only 2 goal kickers in the agency of Miller and McMahon for Kersbrook.
Got the Ironbank supporters behind the goal.
So he sets it towards the goal as it got the carry.
Yeah, it's got the carry.
I tell you what, that's a very vital goal as an understatement. So Shane Collins, can that ignite something?
Yeah, well, hopefully for Kersbrook it does. Ironbank have done a cracking job. We spoke before about Kersbrook's forward line not playing that well, but you know, you must give credit to Ironbank's back half. They've been perfectly led by Chris Schneider. I reckon he's been sensational back there, and help from Vandenberg and those guys. They've played really well. Jack Beard's had a good game down back, and they're certainly well on top of Kersbrook's forwards.
So ball back in the centre of umpire Peter Humphreys. So it'll be Nicholson up against Chris Morgan, giving Otway a spell in the ruck duties. Morgs, who unfortunately broke his leg in last year's grand final, so be hopeful for a better outcome this time.
They're fake. Yeah, that's right.
As Dr. Mark Thomas said, it might have been an injury in the nether regions, but a broken leg. So Tomo makes a good DJ in the mornings, but no good at the doctors. Ball comes out. Ben Thomas leads in the race for the ball. Takes the ball. He's taken the ground. There comes the Tagliaferri at ground level. He's locked up in a good tackle there by Brad Pearce.
They got Pearce on the ball now.
Haven't seen a lot of him this afternoon, the dual male medalist. In fact, as Goldie said, a few Brookers gone missing at the moment.
Another one here would be interesting.
So Nicholson fists the ball down, taken away there by Thomas. Toe poke to forward, taken by O'Sullivan. Gets it back to Thomas. He's been very impressive. Wobbles a kick forward. Where
they're on. And again.
Munn run down, a good tackle by Graber.
He had 3 Ironbank players running for him.
Yeah, all he
there.
had to get with that, but great tackle there by Charlie Graber. If they got out there, there was a certain goal, I'd suggest. So Charlie Graber just diffusing that attack for the time.
Look at
kick
that
is
ball.
high, holds up in the breeze, looking for Nicholson. Spoils the pack. Ball spills down to Lodovitsky. Looks to get forward. Goes with an ugly-looking left foot kick and touched off the boot. Luckily for him, so a boundary throw-in will
Bang on
result.
50 metres out of side. 3-1 Kersbrook, 9-5 Ironbank. Inside 50s, Rob?
We've got 5-4 this quarter, so 5 to Kersbrook, 4 to Ironbank.
So 14 minutes gone, ruck contest. So Sullivan over the top, got the ball down towards Thomas, traps the ball. Coming in to help him was Greg. Thomas goes back, finally Hutt got the ball out, gets it back from Masika, goes forward towards Gardner. Working out there is also Mazuris. Ball goes to ground there.
Where's that coming from, Colo? I can't see that.
Might have been some left over in the trees, mate.
Even that, it was a big bird. So,
Magpie.
Umpire Humphreys sets it up. Nicholson. Ball comes down. Scraggly play. Mazuris in there over the top. Also at ground level there. Looked like it might have been Sullivan. He's certainly playing a pretty good game out there this afternoon for the Thunderers. 9-5, 3-11 in favour of the Ironbank. Heading towards their 3rd premiership. But the Brookers still having a big say in what's happening at the moment here at Callington Oval. Locked up there by Vandenberg, who appears to recover from that heavy knock he took earlier in the quarter. James Miller it was. He's a protagonist in that event, in that particular situation. So Nicholson, Ottaway back on the field. Wins the ball down. There's a chance for Masika if it sits for him. Dispossessed. Under good pressure there from Witt. Ball spills free. Morgan over the top for the Thunderers. Going to ground there, look like it's McMahon.
If they can absorb this, Colo, and then get a goal, it could be one of the first nails in the coffin.
Yep, absolutely. Really telling few minutes here.
So as we come up to the 15-minute mark, 3rd term, Ironbank 9-5, leading Brookers 3-11. As appealing for a free kick there was young Haylock holding the ball, but no, it was climbing off the deck was Benny Thomas, hands the ball back to umpire Humphreys, who will commence proceedings here at Callington Oval as the sun breaks through once again, so that's good to see.
Yeah, we're right now.
players, spectators and boundary riders, I'd suggest.
Magpies.
And Magpies. So the ball over the boundary line, just down from the scoreboard, as said, reads 9-5. Ironbank 3-11 to Kersbrook here on HFL.
Just even a bit of a hush in the crowd at the moment, sort of at that
they're
place in the
just
game.
Anticipating, and you anticipate that the Brookers can unleash that bit of football that they play, but they're not being allowed to at the moment. As the ruck throw in. Knocked forward there by Witt.
On
Comes
through
out
the
into
middle.
Sullivan to Greg. Greg handballs back intercept by Mazuris. Your boy, he's pinged there. Behind the man, yes.
Off he goes.
So taken by Mazuris. He takes the ball away out here wide and finds Miller. Miller turns on his left foot. Goes towards the forward pocket area. McMahon comes out to me, got his hands to the ball, taken off hands by Gardner. He goes to ground under from Schneider, bouncing ball, goes by Lees. Needs something special, and I tell you what, this could be the start of something big, boys, as he's nailed it through. So Brad Lees
doesn't require much there, Colo.
No, it doesn't.
Probably his second kick for the game, I'd suggest.
Yeah, exactly. But he's one of those players, though, might not be his day, but it could be his moment. He's the type of player who could pop up and really hurt you late, but we'll just go back at 5 minutes of play, and Charlie Graber's tackle, 30 out, dead in front of goal. Ironbank, three guys running in.
Yeah, Munn had it, yep.
Just, could that be the game changer?
So, as Colo said, cometh the moment, cometh the man, and Bradley's there, so he needs a few more moments, I'd suggest. Back in the centres, 4-11, Kersbrook, they've advanced. Ironbank 9-5.
17 minutes.
17 minutes. Otway went without the ball, so Nicholson fisted it forward. Gardner comes to meet, taken by O'Sullivan, who's having a big third term. Gets it out wide, scoreboard flank area towards the Bremer River flank. Leading the race for the ball there was Miller, taken in by McAlpine. Got the ball to Ludovitsky. He's worked into the game too. High kick, McMahon with a big fly. Ball comes to ground. Ground level taken by Muir and got the handball out to Schneider, who's been pretty good this afternoon. Gets the ball forward, a good spoil by Witt. For Ironbank, hits the ball on the deck. First to get there be Graber, goes to ground.
Oh, well done, Lynn.
Great forward pressure.
Good pressure from Ironbank from Greg.
Here we go.
Comes to Vandenberg.
Munn.
Munn on his own. Can he make the pace? In opposition. Well done, Parasiers. Parasiers overruns the ball and tacks the ball over the
Well done.
Yes, finally over the goal line. But I tell you what, Munn. And great work by Pistols. Great persistence by Parasiers. Stopped another certain goal to Jeffrey Munn. I suggest, as you said, the rainbow is out, Goldie. So
end-to-end football. It's
all happening out here at Callington, the hub of the world at the moment.
Field of dreams.
Important moments in the game as we speak. Rosman's got a bit of cramp in the middle of the ground. They need him. So
Aaron McAlpine, they bring the ball back into play.
Gardner calling for it out here on the half-back
goes out
flank.
wide. That's the direction he goes. Guards with a bit. He went too early. And free kick though. Sullivan and Gardner. He was up before he'd even kicked the ball to him, I think.
Elijah Ware calling for it deep here in the goal square.
So Sullivan goes short to a lead. He was looking for Munn, but chopped up here by Apples James. So Paul James relieves the pressure. Thought about going short.
He's looking for Gardner.
Not sure still undecided, Paul Jones. So this time he got the lead here from Masika, picks him out. So Masika takes the win. The Tanzanican Prince goes out wide towards the scoreboard flank. He's got a man out there wide.
Oh, they both spoiled each other.
Yeah, they spoiled each other. Lodovitsky was good enough to recover. Feigns a handball, then gets it further afield.
Well done.
Comes back here to Pearce. Bradley Pearce goes to half-forward flank looking for Gardner. Got one bite at 2 bites.
1, 2, 3.
3 paid a mark. Umpire, yes, he does. So Matty Gardner, co-captain. Waste no time, goes towards the top of the square. Looking down there. Lee's taken defensively back by Ironbank was Reece Van Perrin across the face. Leading the race for the ball close to the boundary line is Brad Pearce. And out over the boundary line. So
starting to raise it here, Colo.
Yeah, it's these. We just said before, these are the moments in the game when tomorrow when you wake up and you talk about how we won the premiership. It's right now. This is what it is. These 5 to 8 minutes. Ironbank got to stand strong here, or Kersbrook got to make their move.
Comes out here to Muir and lapped up in the tackle, dispossessed. Sullivan in there as well. Ball spills free. Thomas, good handball there, but intercepted for Kersbrook. Comes back to Gardner. He's lifted in the last few minutes. Gets back to McMahon. He's wrapped up a big tackle by Vandenberg, I think it is. 2 hard nuts there as the ball barrels over the boundary line. So we'll have another throw in. 9-6 Ironbank, 4-11 Kersbrook. Come out to 20 minutes played, third term. So as the sun that's come out, Colo, I suggest things looking a little bit brighter for Kersbrook here. They're attacking well. If they can get another couple of goals, it could be game on. Ball comes out to Masika, shrugs off an opponent. Goes short towards the pocket, looking for Gardner. Bouncing ball eludes him. Close to the boundary line as the Boundary Academy boy puts up the hand. And he'll come into play there.
If they can get a goal here, it'll bring it back to 3 goal and it'll be very interesting.
And Kersbrook will come home with the win. towards the railway end. So high ball comes in from the boundary. Umpire McMahon gets the ball down towards Miller. Stumbles as he tries to take possession. Falls over. Here's Masika booking the ball along the boundary line. The smoky one gets it. Dribbles the ball to the goal face. Snyder.
Oh, well done. That's class.
Brad Pearce and Smoky Masika. Take a bow, young man. Set
the
that up.
Tanzanican marvel.
So Bradley Pearce being the benefactor of great work from Masika as he worked that ball along the boundary line, Goldie, and sensational play there.
That was brilliant there, Colo, and a nice, clever, class finish.
Yeah, it was. It's what needed. First mistake Ironbank have made in that back half for a long time, and players like Brad Pearce don't miss those opportunities. So here they come. Here's the run, and Ironbank just got to stand strong here because Kersbrook are coming hard. So the Brookers will be buoyed in this quarter, Shane, because they didn't kick a goal kicking towards that end in the first term. They've kicked 3. Yeah.
So they're actually outscoring Thunderers at the moment, 3-2 as we back in the centre.
Got
21
Morgan in
minutes
the ruck
gone.
against Massive.
Yeah, Massive Nicholson went unopposed. Big fist forward coming to meet it was Mazuris. Shows a bit of class there. Goldie as he gets onto his left foot, drives it forward. Except he's picked out an Ironbank defender. Oh, good spoil. There comes to Masika, the man of the moment, close to the boundary line. Schneider wrapped up in a tackle. As Kersbrook just starting to surge here, Shane Collins.
And a player like Matt Gardner's just lifted his work great, and he's lifted his contests and took a good mark there before. They've been crying out for him, and he's come to the party.
Of course, interested onlooker just next to the Dreammaker here, Scott Winterbourne, of course, who coached the Thunderers in the last year's grand final. Ball spills free. Overrun there. Dangerous territory for the Ironbank defence. Locked up there, so opportunity here for Kersbrook as they push. 5-11 they trail. Ironbank 9-6, 22 minutes gone. Third term. Schneider at ground level, dispossessed, gets the ball towards the boundary line. They appeal for towards the boundary line. Umpire says no.
And Ironbank conceding the ruck. They've got Morgie in the ruck and well undersized to Massive.
Well, everyone's undersized to Massive, I'd suggest. There's the big man. Morgan in the front. Massive over the top. Gets down towards Miller. I think Brad Pearce, goes to ground. Locked up there in a tackle. So if they can hold out towards three-quarter time here, Shane, I think the Ironbank defence has done a pretty good job. If they can prevent Kersbrook getting another goal, which will certainly make it interesting. Nicholson wins it forward. Taking it on.
Great tackle.
That was a great tackle. And I tell you, that's a great tackle applied down the Ironbank defender. The ball spilled out Masika, who set up that last goal. Yeah,
McMahon, I reckon it was.
Yeah, Maxie McMahon with a typical tradesman-like tackle, and ball spilled to Masika, who set up that last goal to Pearce. This time Masika's done it his own work. Well, they're back in business here, boys, I'd suggest.
Yep, you could see that as soon as the tap was there, it was just knocked into the open, and the Tanzanican marvel just slotted an easy goal.
So 4-2 this term for the Brookers after, the first 2 goals of the quarter were scored by Ironbank. Shane Collins, it looked like they're going to run wave. But,
big, massive Nicholson's been huge this quarter. He's got the momentum going their way.
So Nicholson gets the ball. Morgan got the ball to Muirden. His skipper goes long inside 50. Can they get a late goal to counter this? Good defensive spoil by Graber. Levi Gregg leading the race for the ball. And I tell you, some good positional changes by the Beef at half time.
Yeah, it was. Graber's another one, isn't he? We hardly called him in the first half. He's gone into the back half now, and he's been really good this quarter.
And, of course, Bradley Pearce having an influence. So, ball, throw in. Comes down there through the legs of Greggs. Here's Sherwood.
Mystery.
Mr. X. With the ball bounce through, he grabs the ball under pressure. He's running his 10. I tell you, tries a check side on the right.
Oh, what's he done?
I tell you, that's a really good goal. Who is that man? Adam Sherwood.
It was sort of a check side, sort of a tumble punt.
It was just a good old. It was just a good old-fashioned mongrel punt.
That was pure class, mongrel punt.
It was one of those ones where you drop it, you're not sure which leg you're going to kick it with until you swing one.
He didn't want to.
Dare I say, Robbie?
Well done.
That was a Sherwood special.
It was special.
So. Bit of breathing space back for Ironbank.
10-6
to 6-11, and a miracle goal by Adam Sherwood.
Textbook, Rob.
Okay, so where are we? 6-11 to 10-8, is that, or 10-6? 10-8.
10-6. 10-6 it is.
66-47.
Nicholson gets a tap down. First to get there will be Lauby having a spell in the centre. He's dispossessed by Thomas, who's battled really well and goes back and applies a good tackle at ground level. So some of these Ironbank sort of lesser lights, I don't mean that deflated.
I think we'll get sun for the rest of the match.
Some of putting in some pretty good efforts, taking out by Joel Van Pratt, sold a bit of candy, loses direction. Pierce is in there also, working hard for Kersbrook. Finally spinning out there was Lauby, gets the handball out towards Pierce. He's under siege from Tagliaferri from Ironbank. Ball goes to the ground.
I think we're right now, Colo, for the rest of the match.
Oh,
Sunshine.
you've called it.
Yep.
He's called it.
He's called it.
I think we're right. Oh,
Any chance you
no,
can get the
mate,
temperature
right
back on
behind
the
you,
plus,
Goldie.
So, Muirden fists the ball clear, comes back here to Miller. Oh, he's kicked smothered. Good work by Muirden.
Yeah, great smother.
Good double effort by Muirden.
The goals have been good, but the 1%ers as well, Colo.
Yep.
The tackles and
Absolutely.
the smothers.
They win your grand finals.
So, umpire sets the ball up just from the scoreboard. 10-6 Ironbank, 6-11 Kersbrook. Ring ding ding here for the title. Round the corner, Missouri's kick was smothered.
There's
Bouncing
another one.
ball intercepted there for Ironbank.
Reese Van Paradon.
Van Paradon drives it back, but the wind's caught and it's out of bounds on the full.
That's a good mark there by the Mackie.
Yeah, the Mackie boy, spectator.
Boy.
Perhaps it's a bit disappointing his side missing out in the Colts. Both Colts games earlier, but always next year. Bring the ball back in. It's Graber. High kick holds up in the breeze. Coming to meet it was Gardner. Actually got his dukes to it, then fumbled it. Taken by Irwin. Got it to Muirden, who in turn got it out to Witt. Bouncing ball intercept by O'Sullivan. Was he grabbed without it? No, said the umpire. Goes to ground under pressure from Kersbrook. Ball locked in there. So 10-6, 6-11.
That breeze certainly held it up there.
27 minutes
They'll
expired
be
in the
coming
third
home
term.
with that.
So, good conditions now. Actually, not a cloud in the sky.
No.
If you look around
At the moment.
at the moment, but I'm
pretty
sure
confident.
you boys will let us know when it starts raining outside there. As the academy boy, he's got the sun hat on once again, so he's pretty confident it's going to be all right for the rest of the afternoon.
Shades. Got the shades on.
Yeah, where's Roy Orbison, the boundary umpire? We need him. So boundary throw in, holds up in the breeze. Nicholson over the top, comes down there to do Unionville, gets it back
Tomaselli.
into
He's been good.
Lodovitsky with swimming handball to
No,
Miller.
here we
Well, it's
go.
set for him. He gets it, feeds it to the run there of Tomaselli, I think it is. Goes
Ludovici
inside
again.
50 over the top.
Lee's
Bouncing
hanging.
ball. Lee's is down there. McMahon's lurking as well. Well played Schneider as he works the boundary line nicely and takes it out and diffuses that attack.
10-6 Ironbank, Kersbrook, 6-11 minute mark.
Tell you what, boys, we're coming up to 27.5 minutes, so you reckon a three-quarter time siren will be...
Make it interesting.
yeah, but another goal to Kersbrook would make it interesting.
McMahon's got
There we go.
You're
McMahon.
joking. It
I think it was
bounced.
McMahon, was it?
Yeah, McMahon.
Bounced, it
Yeah,
bounced
McMahon.
left, it bounced right, it bounced left, and it's bounced through.
Good tap by Gardner.
Yeah, over the top, over the back.
So Maxie McMahon, his second goal of the afternoon, and we talked about they needed that one just before three-quarter time. They've got it, and they've pulled it back once again, 10-6 to 7-11. So
Game opening up here, Goldie.
I did notice after Elijah Ware kicked his second goal to start us in that third term that McMahon and Gardner had a bit of a chat together, the captains, so they've been important during
They
this
have.
period.
So 5 goals for the term for the Brookers against 3 to Ironbank, who kicked the first 2 of the quarter after they led by 23 points, extended that right out over 30 points. But Kersbrook, you've got to give them their due. They fought back as O'Sullivan trying to wet the ball out for
here they
Ironbank.
go again.
Taken forward there by Brad Pearce, gets
well
it
done.
forward, but good intercepted mark.
Crossy.
Taken out there by James Cross. Cross on the left foot out towards the wing, clubroom wing. Mark taken by
Rosman, here we
Muirden,
go.
gives it a run of Rosman, runs through centre, gets his boot the ball towards the flank area, but all back there's Kersbrook. And the mark
Miller.
taken out by Miller, who's covering a lot of ground here. Daniel Miller.
He's been good this quarter.
Suggests it might be one of his last games for Kersbrook. Although we said that beginning of the year when he was at Salisbury North, boys. And he's come back.
We won't go
It's
there.
a centre
Whoa,
by Gardner from
Gardner.
behind. Ball comes to ground. Good wet there by O'Sullivan.
done.
Impressed with his work as he goes back. Second effort. Witt there gets a handball intercept by McMahon. He's held up in a tackle as well. Back in there is Muirden by the looks of it. Sorry, it was Vandenberg on this
Well,
case.
there we go.
As the
Three-quarter
siren
time.
goes, and as our 2 boundary boys will head out, it'll be interesting to hear the what happens at three-quarter time in their respective huddles. So 10-6 Ironbank leading Kersbrook 7-11.
Yeah, it's just heading out in the oval now. Yeah, the wind has died down a little bit. It's still swirling going over to that right-hand forward pocket, but we're dry underfoot after that rain earlier. It does look fairly clear. I can say with some confidence we won't have any rain for the rest of the game, but I'll just shoot over to the Kersbrook huddle boys and see what's said there, and I'll report back to you shortly.
Got a pen, Rob?
Okay, thank you very much there to Shane Collins out there in the field as I reckon half the the entire spectator fleet have moved onto the ground here to hear the
Pistols,
various
I'll take the
addresses.
microphone out there, and if you can hear me at the Ironbank huddle, just turn us up. I'll try and get the ambience.
Get the vibe, Goldie, as they say here on HFL Media. So set for a big last quarter here. Ironbank 10-6, 7-11. Just a tail to tape. Ironbank led 3-3 to 4 points at quarter time. 7-4 to 2-11 at half time, and now they lead 10-6 to 7-11. So importantly, after a pretty wasteful second term, Robbie Shield, when they actually kicked 2 goals, 7, Ironbank kicked 5 straight goals that quarter.
Yeah, so it's all, where are we? It's really weird. I mean, it's Kersbrook 35 inside 50s to Ironbank 28. And it really was a case in the second quarter of Kersbrook kicking bad football. And I mean, Ironbank took they got the run on. They took advantage of it. Now it's quite simply a matter of, where at the 3/4 time break, can Kersbrook repair the damage that they did during that second quarter? So Beefy wouldn't have been happy with the boys at half time, where Stewie would have been really happy with his troops. You can tell Kersbrook have upped the ante. They're harder at the ball. But, leading into, the theory is we've got a 3-goal breeze. Theory is we've got 2.5, 3 goals difference. Be really interesting. It's going to be a great last quarter of footy for 2018 for between these two sides. Nothing's basically separated them all year.
Now, 3/4 time down here at Callington in the Division 2 grand final, but the Division 1 preliminary final, and I suggest the win could be a big factor there, because Uraida sees back the lead at 3/4 time. Rob, Uraida 11-9, Blackwood 7-2. Blackwood did not score in that third term, so I suggest the win the factor there. So
at Pine Avenue, yep.
Yeah, so interesting battle there to see who'll be on the bill next week against Harndorf as we cross out to Shane Collins.
Yeah, thanks, boys. Beefy got the Kersbrook boys in straight away and calmed them down, told them to just calm down and put a lid on it, and they've got 25 minutes of footy to turn it around. He just made a couple of changes. Lauby's gone out to a wing. He's asked Leasy to play deep and really put it on him to win the game for him, in a sense. So there was some... there's certainly some urgency in that group, and they're really looking to come out firing here in the last quarter. I'll see how... Goldie, you went to the Ironbank huddle?
Yeah, Elijah Ware, Pistols and Rob, once again, giving the instructions to start the chat, and then Stewie Wells came on and said, only you guys can do this. Smart decisions, hard work, and obviously the 30 minutes required of high-intensity stuff here.
3/4 time, Ironbank, 10-6. Lead Kersbrook at 7-11. The scoreboard is correct. And can we have all the spectators off the oval, please? And here we go with the final quarter of the A-grade Grand Final 2018.
Well, it's come down to this, hasn't it, boys? You play all season, you start pre-season January, February. It's come down to this day, and now it's come down to 25 minutes of footy to see who is the premier of 2018. So exciting times for both clubs. Both clubs have got the opportunity here, and who's going to stand up and take home the chocolates.
So what do we do with the draw, boys? 5 minutes each way?
See, Munn's gone into the ruck for...
Calling a draw?
Well, no, if it is it 5 minutes each way?
Yeah, extra time will be played.
Yep.
All right, after 383 quarters of football, it's down to the last one here to decide the premier. Ball goes down. Mazuris over there. McMahon also for Kersbrook. Wrapped up at ground level. Ottaway was there as well. So once again, we'll have a ball up to start this. So 13-point margin. Ironbank 10-6. Lead Kersbrook at 7-11. Up they go. Knocked out by Ottaway. Taken by Thomas. Dispossessed. McMahon's there. Trying to burst his way through. Vandenberg wearing him like a glove.
Chicken wing.
And umpire will come in and ball it up. Just repeating 3/4 time. Division 1 preliminary final. Uraida 11-9. Blackwood a 7-goal 2. So McMahon and Vandenberg. Sorry to get up there. It's getting a little bit overcast again, boys, but hopefully no more shares towards the end of the game. Ottaway fist the ball forward for Ironbank. Running on it there. Kersbrook defence get that wide, but intercepted by Van Parrott, and he's wrapped up in a tackle close to the boundary line. Grigg was lurking for the Thunderers, but ball over the boundary line. So 10-6, 7-11, 13-point margin. Thunderers chasing their third premiership. Kersbrook looking for their 10th in Hills Division 2 action. Throw in. Nicholson works his way to the front. 3 or 4 over the back of the pack, brings the ball down. Round the corner by Sullivan. Kick was smothered. Once again in a pack situation. Fed out there. Strong attack on the ball there. And ball held up. Sorry, cleared out here.
Dangerous spot.
Dangerous spot. Rosnan lurking. Kersbrook defence, Elijah Ware coming in and appealing for a free kick. But umpire Humphrey says no, and will come and ball it up. As we said, some 35 metres out from the Salem clubhouse end at the Oval. Ruck duel. Nicholson got it down. Lurking there with Shearwood. Dispossessed. Taken out here by Sullivan. Got it back to Shearwood. Shoots it out wide to Rosnan. On the left.
Rosnan!
On the Rosnan!
And the mystery man delivering their handball there, Rob.
Yeah, little handball. Little handball. Great play, though. Once again, they got the ball out in the open. That was the whole key to it. They just got the ball out in the open, and then their skill set did the rest.
Been really impressed with O'Sullivan today. I reckon he's been huge. His stoppage work's been excellent, and his ball use has matched his ability to win the hard footy.
So 19-point lead for the Thunderers as we're inside 90 seconds in the final term here.
Yeah, they were very measured at three-quarter time. There was no rah-rah. It was just as it has been. They know what's required.
So Nicholson, as he's done all afternoon, virtually rucked unchanged, the big man. Against Ottaway, who's had a couple of spells through the agency of Chris Morgan. So
I reckon they got money in the ruck.
Sorry, you're right.
Yep, they've...
Jeffrey Munn, my fault. Ball comes down there. Cricket pitch area. Wrapped up there, McMahon tackles Vandenberg.
Minute mark, Pistols.
Coming up to 2 minutes gone here, Goldie.
Yep, just 2.
Just early days.
Just keep them updated.
Early days. So, Munn, Nicholson, fist the ball forward, taken by Thomas. Quick toe poke, 4 bouncing balls towards O'Sullivan. Taken by McMahon, tries the old don't argue. Spins out of trouble.
Good
taken
pressure.
by Vandenberg. Tregarthen got a quite little handball coming to meet. It was Griggy overruns it. It's out here wide. Takes by Rosnan, the American man. I tell you what, gets towards the top of the square, bouncing across the face, and through for a minor score. So Ironbank staying this last quarter positively.
Once again, looking to get it out in the open.
Yeah, get it out in the open and run.
Yeah, use these young guys' legs, Griggs, Rosnan, etc. So Kersbrook to bring the ball. Camped at the wrong end of the ground for them. They need goals as they trail 7-11 to 11-7. Kick out towards the far side, towards Hutt. Dives in an attempt to get the ball. Comes to Mewden, the Ironbank skipper. Breaks on his right foot. Goes centre. Arriving late as McAlpine. Defensive spoil. Taken off hands there. Kersbrook drive it forward. Centre to ground, but the dive mate was Desengo going to ground. Wasn't paid. As coming out of top was Gardner. So the umpire will come and ball it up.
Must have been touched or something there, boys.
Yeah. Desengo gets up, and I tell you what, he's not moving to... Oh, sorry.
He's missed a lot. He's missed a lot of footy, so you'd think his legs would be heavy.
Yeah, looked like they were walking like Jake the Peg there. Over the top. Munn with the tap down. Taken away by Joel Van Perren. Was he grabbed? No, so yes, umpire said he was. Just a slight little one that probably emphasised the fact that he was grabbed, but the free kick was there. So Joel Van Perren, of course, played in the 2014 Premiership side for Mount Lofty. Hands it off to the runner in Tagliaferri. Goes forward. Diving, sliding attempt at mark there by Mewden. I think
a little bit too easy there, Colo, around the back.
Yeah, it was. Free kick out of frustration a little bit. It was just
Mewden waste no time. He's got a loose man in the pocket where he finds him.
Rosman.
As Rosnan, I tell you what.
He started well.
No, it's not. It's not Rosman. It's the other one.
Tagliaferri.
They look the same.
Long sleeve jumper. We'll wait and see.
Yeah, it's Tagliaferri.
Yeah, it's Tagliaferri. You can tell by the haircut or lack of it.
There's a few cramps.
So Jared Tagliaferri cramping up here, and why not? He's worked his butt off there this afternoon. Just doing it. What's he doing? A bit of yoga out there, Goldie. One of your boys. Is he stretching the strings and whatever? Get everything.
It's a fair stretch.
So I tell you what, he's tucked into the left-hand forward pocket, going towards the clubhouse end. And didn't stretch enough. Got the distance, but not the accuracy. So Ironbank move along to 11 goal 8 to 7-11 here, and 4.5 minutes gone. Last term, 2018 Division 2 Grand Final. Matty Gardner, I think it is, in the shadows up there. Goes high towards the clubhouse end. Pack sets itself. Big Nicholson, sport by Beard.
Oh, here they go.
Picked up here by Mazuris. He'll get on that left foot of his. Goes inside 50. Looking here for the dangerous Lees. Uses his body. Bouncing ball. Miller and Lees. Lees it for Miller. He runs into an open goal. There's the quick reply. As we said, Shane Collins, you can see they're very dangerous when they get the run on. Well done by Jackie Mazuris here.
Yeah, absolutely. Just Ironbank had a couple of opportunities. They've missed them. Now, I hope it doesn't cost them. So, Kersbrook will keep coming. And Big Massive did a power of work to get forward of the ball there, create a contest. Well crumbed by Mazuris, and long raking left foot kick. And, yep, Kersbrook's forward line's dangerous if the ball gets in the right areas.
So Miller becomes the second multiple goal kicker of the afternoon for Kersbrook. With 2 goals, McMahon with the other double figures for the Brookers as they inch a bit closer, 8-11 to 11-8. And we've played just over 5 minutes back in the centre. Nicholson once again against Munn. Nicholson, the big leap, ball comes down.
Here they go.
Taken away by James. Paul James goes wide towards the scoreboard pocket. Bouncing ball taken well by McMahon. Gets it back to Brad Pearce. His handball was intercepted there. Good enough to back it up. Gets the ball inside 50. Looking back here for Mazuris. Uses his body well. Miller's lurking as well. Tagler Ferry tries to get. Comes out here to Miller. He's scragged well.
Handball.
Mads tries a check side. Should have got the
Pierce.
running in. Pierce. Pulls the ball to goal square. Intercepted by Jasengo, who walks the ball across the line.
That's a fun
errors.
Miller probably could have given that ball off then, but never mind. Ball brought back in.
Good grab.
Right in front of the Dreammaker. Good mark taken by Levi Grigg. Exciting youngster. I tell you, he'd be high up in the Peter Page Flight Centre Award. Goes along the wing here. Jones.
Measured kick.
Young Crossy. James Cross just in front of us in the Dreammaker. In fact, he's that close. Colo's nearly standing the mark.
So he had a
He goes further afield, finds Joel. On fumbles. Taken by Gardner. High kick under pressure. Goes higher and goes longer.
Holding on.
And Schneider. Paid against McMahon for holding on to Schneider. Could have gone either way, but Chris Schneider with a free kick for Ironbank. Ball holds up in the breeze as he goes towards the wing area. Big fist there for the pack of players. Coming to meet it, McAlpine. Strong stuff as he goes to ground, holding the ball. Good tackle applied there by Daniel Philp. So a ball up will occur. 6 minutes gone. 8-12 Kersbrook closing in on Ironbank. 8-11.
11-8.
11-8, sorry. Reading it backwards. Good handball at ground level.
Great tackle.
Bit
by
dyslexic.
Philp, but
She's really game on now, boys.
Oh, yeah.
Pressure's up. Tackling,
up
pressure's up. Got to win the contested ball.
Sherwood, so right in front of the Callington Social Club area here.
It's pretty packed there.
Crowd enjoying a good game of footy here to decide the premiership. From the ruck contest, ball bounces back over the line, so we'll repeat the dose once again. So coming up to 6.5 minutes gone. Sun quite pleasant out there now, boys.
Yeah, it's quite nice out here. It was hailing, obviously, earlier.
So boundary umpire, high pitched ball. Gardner doing the ruck work against Munn. Munn got the ball down, taken away here by Laub. Sells a bit of candy, runs into a bit of trouble, gets a handball.
Great tap.
Taps it on to Lodovic for a sit for him. He grabs it, goes inside 50 for the Brookers. Looking back in, Mazuris pushed out his opponent.
Your man, Goldie. Your boy.
Yeah. Saw the ball was coming and got
there's 50.
Silly play there by the Sego. Lucky not to get penalised. Umpire.
Pete Humphries.
Yeah.
Lee's just hanging there looking for a one.
Yep.
So, Mazuris on his left foot.
Geez, they're really close to the mark here.
Impossible kick for him.
There's about 4
the crowd
Ironbank
right behind him. The Kersbrook
mark.
crowd right behind him. He comes around to try and improve the angle. So
Ware, Van Paradon and
maybe
Witt.
he'll go for the right footer. He tries
he's massive.
Massive play. Across and touch Marcus Nicholson.
Just chipped it to the other point post. Because this is an easier kick.
So Nicholson, although he's a right footer, so he's in the same situation.
Josh Lau be calling for it here if he gets.
So Rob Nicholson, right hand point post, railway end of the ground at Callington.
Sun's in the eyes, Colonel says.
So will he thread this one through? He'll try the check side. I think he's going to try the traditional
drop kick.
Thread
the big man.
He's got it.
Oh, he loves it.
Oh, the big fella.
I'll tell you
that was a set play. Game on play.
So 7.5 minutes gone. Robbie Nicholson.
Massive.
I tell you, like a goal kicker, a massive goal was scored by Robbie.
It was actually interesting at the stoppage. It was just in front of us, boys. Guards and him swapped over. So Guards went in the ruck, Massive went forward. And I just wonder whether the young fella in the back half there, Desengo, didn't quite pick it up because Massive was all on his own at the point post. And Guards, here he is in the ruck at this contest.
So Munn back to full forward. They've got to kick it long to him.
So 8-point ball game. Ironbank 11-8 leading Kersbrook 9-12.
How'd we get to 8 points?
8 minutes gone. Last quarter. Decide the crown for 2018.
They haven't led all day.
Up they go. Ironbank. Big leap there by Nicholson. Taken away, though, importantly, for Irwin. For Ironbank. Puts it down and mark taken there by Philp.
Big kick. Big kick.
8 goals in the qualifying final. Only the one this afternoon.
Oh, he's got him.
Spots up a teammate. Gets a cry down to Rosnan, is it?
Yep.
Running on there from the wing.
What a super second half this kid's played.
So Rosnan kicked the opening goal. Spectacular fashion. The chance here to just give him a bit more breathing space.
Maybe pass his number on as well, Colo.
No, he's done well. Showed a lot of speed and good poise out there in the wing. His kicking skills has been elite.
So 20 to 30 metres out. Salem
knew I'd moz him.
He's pulled it across the front.
Colo. I mozzed him.
Stretches the lead to 9 points. So So 11-9 plays 9-12.
Coming up 10 minutes.
So the kick out, Kersbrook bring the ball out towards the wing here. Chance comes off ground from Gardner. Well taken by Bradley Pearce. Gets a clever handball at the line, but good pressure there from Ironbank. Holds the ball up. Diving the top. It's Gardner. Ball spread out in favour of Ironbank. Taken by Elijah Ware.
Here we go.
Gets a handball to Rosnan, who's everywhere at the moment. He's got a lead here. Gets it in, but intercepted with McAlpine. Here's a chance for Munn. Can he get it? He feeds the ball at the back.
Sherwood!
I tell you what, Mr. X.
Back out to 14. Hooey.
Credit where it's due. He's played really well today. Opportunist up forward and kicked a few good goals.
Yeah, and I think that was a good handball out by Money.
Give him some credit,
Rob,
Robbie. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
I saw a slight little clinch of the fist there.
They got it out the middle. So
I suggest Robbie might be in line for the Mortgage Choice Player of the Match Award.
No, I don't think so, mate. No.
Win a free sandwich and a chocolate donut.
I will say, though, if they win, and I said it before, Adam and Philpy will be the first Ironbank players to play 3 premiership teams.
So still a lot of time to go, but Ironbank 12-9, need Kersbrook 9-12, 10.5 minutes gone. Cricket pitch area, ball, Gerald Van Perren feeds it out. Big Ottaway in there as well. Pearce at ground level. James feeds it out here.
They'll
Taken
keep
away
coming.
by Lodovic.
Great
Kick
smother.
was smothered there by Ironbank. Tagliaferri, good work by him at ground level. Gets support from Ewan.
Played.
Ball comes out to Van Perren.
Off he goes,
Gives it to
Rosman.
the run of Rosnan, who's setting it alight down here at Callington. Bouncing ball. Sherwood overruns it under pressure from Hutt. Hutt keeps the ball in front of him. Ball pants down here. Rosnan again. Hutt dispossessed. Sherwood gets it back out into Sammy Witt. Witt with a sweeping handball.
Sherwood again.
Here it is,
Sherwood, he
Sherwood.
can do anything. Runs the boundary. Chugs him off. Goes.
What a cracking goal.
You got to give him credit there.
Yeah, I'll give him credit for that one. I'll give him credit
Just
for that
great
one.
work as they took the ball. As they took the ball from the wing area there, boys, and just persisted from Ironbank. Flicking out the ball, and finally Shield with a goal that you only see grand final day. Come off the man, come off the moment.
Well, and can we hear her? Are we starting to hear her?
I was going to say that.
Is she on her way?
You can never write off Kersbrook, but I'll tell you what, bit of work to do here. Kersbrook 9-12 trailing Ironbank.
Gee, Rosman off.
13-9.
Rosman having
That's a big
bit of
call.
spell.
And the crowd,
He's got all summer to get over this game. I'd be. He's elite on the ground at the minute.
Junior Thomas coming on.
Back in the centre, Nicholson gets the tap down, wrapped up there. Ironbank playing with great determination now as the
Free
crowd.
kick for Kersbrook.
But free kick in a lot of Vinci feeds it off the run of Lowby with the left. He goes inside 50. Get it back, Tagliaferri. McMahon spills the mark. Comes to McMahon. He's over.
He's had a dirty
Flicked out there by Schneider. Paradin's there. Mazuris took his eye off the ball. Miller took the ball. Round the corner. Miller gets it to Gardner.
Right
Gardner
behind
marks
him,
in front of the Dreammaker here. He'd be some 35,
He needs to go back and just kick
out.
this.
Yep, 12 minutes gone.
So Matty Gardner just checking with the markers. Tagliaferri, umpire Humphreys coming in and lining him up. So Guard's coming back here. With Shane Collins, who coached him. Any advice out there, Shane? So
The
Guards.
breeze is down a little bit, so
We did get a pre-match interview with Guards. It probably might be the right time to get a word from him now. As he sets important goal here, the skipper pushes across
Missed
the
everything.
face. You can hear the Ironbank crowd in the background loving it as it comes off hands and goes out of bounds. So no score results in. I tell you what, boys. The boys from Dorset Vale at the back here, they're all keying up here. They're getting. Could this be the year of
and
the
good luck
Thunder?
to them too. They deserve to be half excited here. It's nearly there. That Kersbrook just aren't playing well enough, don't you think, to close the gap. And every time they come, Ironbank stop it. So
Back through and Otway. Nicholson gets it down. Comes to Elijah
Oh,
Ware.
Elijah Ware.
Experience there as he gets the ball, drives it towards the centre of the ground. Coming to meet it was Morgan, brings the ball to ground. Grabbed it by Lowby, looks for support, goes on the left, sends it back inside 50. Tagliaferri is back there and takes an uncontested mark right in the back pocket. He'll slow things down for the Thunderers. Great performance this afternoon, Tagliaferri, as we've ticked up to 14 minutes gone. Sets the ball, Schneider's in the seat. Spot from beyond by McAlpine, taken by Miller, got to McAlpine. High kick. Forward coming to meet me, the Van Perren. Desingo.
great mark.
Great mark taken by Bradley
Brad
Pearce.
Pearce.
Under a lot of pressure there.
And Dengue Desingo has hurt his ankle again, has he?
So Bradley Pearce.
No, he gets up.
26 goals for the season. Need his best kick here. He's going towards the railway end. Sights what's on. I think he's going to go long. In those distinctive striped dark blue socks. Puts it towards Big Miller. Sorry, Big Nicholson brings the ball. Here's Lee's lurking. Grabs the ball. Shoots around the corner, but he's missed on this occasion. No party trick that time for Bradley Lees.
That's been Kersbrook's day. I think you just see there, they've just been 10% off, just massive marks, most of them. He just dropped it to the front, perfect for Leasy, and he misses a snap that he'd gobble up most of the time. So
13-9, Ironbank leading Kersbrook 9-13, coming up to 15 minutes gone. So midway through the term, Kersbrook handy lead here. Chasing a handy lead from Ironbank. Ball comes out here. Graber went one-handed. Taken by Muirden, feeds the ball out to the run of Whit on this occasion, gets it towards Morgan.
Oh, downfield.
They go to Chris Morgan on the wing area as Whit was put down. So they're just coach killers in that situation. Can't afford to give up territory in this situation for Kersbrook because they trail 9-13 to 13-9. Reversed the score on the scoreboard. As we said, three-quarter time, you're 11-9 that led Blackwood at 7-2. We'll keep you in touch what's happening at Harndorf preliminary final up there. Ball comes down, taken away by McAlpine. Rather lazy kick as he goes up the line, bouncing ball. In fact, it's out of bounds on the full, so Ironbank will take possession. Looks like it's going to be Schneider. In fact, it's going to be Morgan. Gives it back to Morgan on the other side wing. So Chris Morgan, probably enjoying this grand final better than last year's when he suffered a broken leg in the first quarter. Puts the ball, Griggs in the box seat. Ball comes down off hands. Sherwood lurking, the danger man. Gets it out here. Good work by Ironbank. I think it's Munn locked up in a big tackle there. Money. Goes to ground close to the boundary line.
They wouldn't mind this. Just consume a couple of minutes out of the game. If they can drag 2 or 3 minutes out of the game here, just with a bit of ball control, stoppages, and keeping the ball in their possession, that'll be great for Ironbank right at this time.
And boys, final score from Harndorf in an amazing game of football up there in the last quarter. Urada have won 11-9 to 7-10. No goals kicked in the final term.
Oh.
So there you go. Urada didn't score in the final term, and Blackwood kicked 8 points. So there you go.
8 points.
Urada taking on Harndorf in the big dance next week. Division 1 grand final, because you'll hear it all on HFL Media and also Hills Footy Flicks.
In the senior class Bs and As.
Yes.
Yeah, Harndorf in 5 grand finals next week, boys. So Goldie, you'll be in your box seat, being the #1 ticket holder. Meanwhile, taken away by Mazuris. Gets it forward. Lurking back here is James Cross. Ball sits for him. Turns around his body around the corner, finds Tagliaferri, who grabs the mark and holds it and says, I got it, boys. So he'll slow it down for the Thunderers. They can feel it. First time in 19 seasons, a premiership. So they go wide and taken out there wide by Benny Thomas. Benny Thomas, who's certainly impressed the old man today, I tell you what. Thomas down the flank area. Ball sits up in the breeze. Come in, Sherwood. Oh, up high.
He took a one-hander.
So Ware gets it quickly on the boot. Forward. Up there.
Great mark.
Great mark taken. Good, strong mark out in front of him. Daniel Philp.
This could be it, boys.
So Philp already kicked
Kicks
one
this.
goal in the second quarter. So
yeah, she'll start coming.
She's up the freeway already.
The Roton lady's just making her way down to the interchange, I tell you.
They want to know where to drop her off.
I think she's on her way from Salem. Heading towards Salem will be Daniel Philp here. Take his best kick against the breeze. But certainly the Ironbank crowd, the Dorset Vale boys here will let you know. So great mark. Can he finish a memorable passage of play for the Thunderers?
Well, he kicked 8 in the qualifying final.
So Philp, long approach, sets it on its way. It's a wobbly kick.
She's in.
Got it.
The flags are up and about. The Thunder crowd. Thunderbirds a go here at Callington.
Yep, you've been waiting to say that all day, Jeffrey.
14-9 to 9-13.
Well done.
So Bobby Richter's mantle as the last premiership coach at Ironbank was been removed, and I'm sure he won't be unhappy about that, as the Ironbank side certainly enjoying what will be a memorable victory here. 14-9 to 9-13. Just repeating, Urada winning the preliminary final in Division 1, so they'll take on Harndorf next week.
They were inspired by my pep talk 2 weeks ago, mate.
That was all strategy, wasn't it? That was reverse psychology, wasn't it?
It was so true.
Yeah.
And it still is.
So winners can be grinners.
Good on them. Good on them.
Winners will be grinners, and there'll be plenty of laughter at Thunder Park tonight, I suggest. As the ball goes forward, Irwin tried to tap it forward, comes back to Van Parent and dispossessed there. Mazuris threads his way through traffic court, get the handball intercepted here by Van Parent, and good chicken wing tackle on him comes out here.
Rosman
got it back to Muirden. Muirden was sweeping handball to Sengo going to ground there. Close to boundary line was Lauby, but sums up the day as his kick is out of bounds on the full. So the free kick to be taken here for Ironbank.
Wait, Rob, you want to call a minute? couple of minutes. Over to you.
No, I'm only a special comments man.
Well, this will be special.
This will be special,
particularly for
when the siren's about to go.
How far in are we, guys? What's the
18 minutes? 19 minutes.
Still be another 6.
So
5 or
Sammy
6.
Witt.
All right, warm up the vocals.
Because Sammy Witt tasted premiership glory with the Raiders a couple of years ago, and now he's back at his home club. Drives the ball inside. 50.
Sherwood.
Oh, here he is again.
No.
What can he do?
Out of bounds.
What a great crumb, though. That was full speed. He hit that flat out, took it one-handed, and was good enough to balance up and have a shot on goal. He's been very good today.
I tell you, I'd be lined up to get a copy of Footy Flicks during the week just to watch his.
Roy.
I bet you he'll be grabbing one too, Robbie.
Did you get that, Roy? Did you get that, Roy?
Yeah, thumbs up.
So, waiting for the ball to be brought back in here. So, you suggest the Sands are time for the season running out for the Brookers. Minor Prem is only one loss for the season. They're going to have two. They're going to have two, and it's going to be in the grand final. As you said, Goldie, both losses are going to be against Ironbank.
Rainbow's out again.
Yep.
14-10 to 9-13. The Rainbow will probably end at Thunder Park tonight, I tell you. It's a ball fisted forward by Gardner. Bouncing ball in front of the scoreboard. Good tackle applied there, but they squint free. Mazuris goes through it. Here's a chance for Bingos. Fumbles the ball. Sums up the afternoon for Kersbrook. As he's wrapped up by Beard. And another ball up from umpire Humphreys will result just inside the 50-metre arc for Kersbrook as they work towards the railway end. As we come up to 20 minutes, they need goals and need it quickly to avert what's going to be a loss here against Ironbank. Schneider feeds the ball at the Tagliaferri, been very good, gets a high kick away.
Vandenberg.
Under the boxes, Vandenberg with Bingos, was he in fringe there? Bradley Pearce shoots the ball at Lolovitsky, quick left footer forward. Strong attack there by Lauby, brought the ball to ground, tamed by Vandenberg, gets out to Max McMahon. Takes Junior Thomas high, and a free kick there. Notes at the umpire. Yes, he has finally paid it. It must have been delayed. Yep, he must have been listening in the earpiece and heard us call it. So, Junior Thomas. I'll tell you what, boys, you've got to start thinking now about the winner of this Peter Page Award. There's a lot of Thunderers are putting their hand up here. Tagliaferri, I tell you what, he's played a pretty good after, and a 50-metre penalty there.
Massive, mini-massive has had a dirty day.
Perhaps
just have a minute here. Stewie Wells, what a great job he's done as coach. And 2 weeks ago when we walked off Birdwood Oval, we said he's got some work to do to get him back up and get him confident, and he's done a cracking job. And today they come out with a different game plan. They played it to how they needed to dominate Kersbrook, and they've done that. Kersbrook have come a couple of times, but this last few minutes, hopefully for Stewie, you can really enjoy this because he's done a great job.
Yep, Thomas out wide to Vandenberg. You're right, he was the king of the goal scorer too. He'll be king of the coaches' boxes tonight at Thunder Park, that's for sure. So Vandenberg just down his haunches, doing up the boot. Looks like he's going to try the Malcolm Blythe here, I'd suggest. Why not? When you're leading 14-10 to 9-13, 22 minutes gone in the last quarter of a grand final. It's time for some party tricks. So Will Vandenberg towards the change room end. Sets the ball on its way. He's had a crack. I tell you what, will it carry? No, just touched on the line. Through for a minor score.
Rushed.
So another rush behind. Just increases Ironbank's scores. They move along to 14-11 to 9-13.
And guess who suggested that Stewie should coach boys?
Colo.
Yeah, that was me.
Surely, Colo, you have a hand in everything. As Kersbrook drive the ball forward, bouncing ball eludes McMahon, bounces back into Thomas.
Again.
Well done, Thomas. Evades the Gurkha there, gets the ball back here. Driven forward by Jeffrey Munn. Comes to Elijah Ware, round the corner. Oh, just didn't bring it back enough.
Didn't get that
as
far.
intercepted by McAlpine, I think, deep in defence, goes up the centre, up here towards Lodovic. He falls in his hands, he sweeps out a long handball out here to Bingos. He's down in defence now, tips it further afield and finds Brody Highlock, the young fella, wheels onto his left foot.
He's been all right
Here's
today.
Gardner's found a bit of space, getting back to Reece Van Pounder, but Gardner too tall and takes the mark. So Matty Gardner really hasn't got on the goals kickers this afternoon, boys. We talked pre-match how dangerous forward he is, but
take out his 10 to 15 minutes in the third quarter.
And
he's
also the last premiership victory, we talked about Lees and Gardner kicking 12 between them. They haven't kicked a goal between them this afternoon. Sorry,
exactly.
Lees has got one, So Matty Gardner towards the railway end. Can he at least add some respectability? No, it does make the distance.
Not even a Kersbrook player.
Singo takes a mark for Ironbank, just chips up either Joel Van Paraden. As I said, his second A-grade premiership, previously with Mount Lofty. Chips the ball up to the run here of Cross. Will he get a right bounce? He does. Miller comes into attack and he gets around him on the left foot, goes further afield, up here towards Jeffrey Munn, puts up the Dukes. Ball brought to ground by Parasiers, taken away by Graber, sends it back towards half forward. Jack Baird, Fear the Beard, grabs the ball and just races off. puts it up to Elijah Ware. Champagne stuff here from the Thunderers. They're enjoying junk time here, that's for sure. Third premiership coming up for the club. Fumbled there by Vandenberg, tackled by Gurkis. Close to boundary line. Lurking is Schneider. And the boundary line, the umpire right on the spot. And the field umpire will come and ball it up. So we approach 25 minutes.
Can only
on
be
back,
a minute
14-11,
or
9-13. So the Thunderers will win their third A-grade premiership. And congratulations
You
to
get
all.
that, Colonel?
Ball up there. Gurkis. Knocked down by Ottaway, though. Close to boundary line. Looking for Grigg over the boundary line. And you just look up around the Thunderers coaching box there, Shane Collins. There's a cast of thousands all waiting to be part of this because it's going to be euphoria here. Be a big thunder strike, I tell you, when that final siren goes. Gurkis wins the ball down, taken by Masika, who was good early. Gets the ball out here
Lauby,
to Lauby, who's wrapped up in and a good tackle by Joel Van Paradon.
Yeah, there's certainly no greater feelings as a coach than being where Wellesley is right now, and full credit to him. As I said before, he's done a cracking job.
Comes out to Joel Van Paradon. Nugget drives him further afield.
Oh,
and looks
good,
like a
good grab.
Yeah, good grab taken there under a hot contest.
Green, is it?
This one, he's down on his haunches. Can't see what colour boots he's wearing. If it taking his time getting up gingerly.
Might be your
Morgan, I reckon.
Morgie, is it?
Yeah.
Chris Morgan. Well, once again, I think it might be Morgie.
He's just going to have a blood nose through celebrations. That's awkward.
Oh, it's better than a broken leg as he had last year.
Yeah, true.
Followed by Elijah Ware. Ball bouncing. Sherwood is lurking. Good went there by Paris. He's got a teammate. Kersbrook get out of trouble. Comes back in. Oh, big contest is still pretty heat in the kitchen, even though it's late in the last quarter. Players still going heavily. High ball out here. Well done by Schneider. Punches the ball along the boundary line. So Chris Schneider, I'm sure bonking the nose, he'll be all right. He might have a worse headache tomorrow morning, I'd suggest, Colo. Yeah. So I think the champagne will be coming out pretty soon here as we've played 26 minutes in this final term. Ironbank Football Club, 2018 Premiers. Over the top. Neildon brought the ball down towards Ware against Pearce. Two experienced campaigners. Ware tried to toe poke it forward towards Grigg, but ball carried over the boundary line. So 26.5 minutes gone. 14-11 Ironbank. 9-13 Kersbrook. So Ironbank virtually led from go to woe here this afternoon. Bouncing ball. Thomas.
Oh, well
Gates
done.
Haylock held on to, takes advantage of the free kick, high kick forward, coming to meet Mazuris, takes a mark. So Jack quickly on the left, out here towards Daniel Miller, tried to volley the ball, left it behind Schneider, good pressure applied by him, coming to meet Bingos, traps the ball, tries the old Don Higgins, charges through. 3 Thunder boys, I tell you what, he could have gone for holding the ball. We're very lucky to hit Miss Bingos.
There it is!
They come from everywhere. Thunderers finished. Thunder strike completed.
Well done, boys.
Ironbank 14-11 have defeated Kersbrook 9-13. So fantastic scenes here for Ironbank. If you're an Ironbank supporter, get around them.
Yep, get around them, boys.
The Brookers, just a look of dismay and, well, disappointment. Minor premiers, 1 loss for the minor round season. And then beaten in the grand final. A great effort by Ironbank, who lost by 27 points in the second semi to Kersbrook. But certainly today, as I said, they led virtually from go to woe.
Yeah, full credit to them. What a great turnaround from a couple of weeks ago. Kersbrook being the dominant side throughout the year, but you've got to come on the day, don't you? And Ironbank went away after last week. Obviously, had to get the job done in the prelim. They did that, and then set their sights on how to beat Kersbrook. They certainly changed up the way they played 2 weeks ago, and everything they did worked to their fruition today. So, well done to them all. Kersbrook, isn't it funny? It sometimes happens. You have 3 teams in a grand final, and the what you call is the red hot favourite goes down, and the 2 roughies got up for them. So, awkward night for the Kersbrook Footy Club, because those 2 teams that got the premiership thoroughly deserve a celebration, but when you lose the one that you probably everyone expects you to win, that hurts even more. But anyway, that's Kersbrook's night.
Ironbank's, see if you want to get out there, Colo, and see if you can grab
Yeah,
King
Stewie Wells is out there.
We'll stay with you as you go out there. We'll just say, but a great win, Rob.
No,
and
it was a great game.
I know you've had a bit to do with the Ironbank Football Club over the journey.
They
so
played really well. They played really well. So full credit to them, and well deserved. Well deserved. Much better team on the day.
Yes, so certainly fantastic scenes here. When you see a side has won a flag for a long time. as we saw with Bridgewater and also Nairn.
Yep.
Last couple of years, and now Ironbank.
Yep. So it's good. We're getting different premiers every year, so it's it's just a really good competition, Div 2 footy.
And of course, as we said, always the excitement of victory, and of course we've got to pay tribute to Kersbrook. What a great side they've been all year. Unfortunately, not getting the chocolates, but certainly set the standard that Ironbank had to rise to win the flag and be a quality opponent.
Yeah, and they took everything Kersbrook jumped them early, and then took everything Kersbrook threw at them. So, geez, they kicked some good goals too. They're crumbing forwards today, and they won the wings. So, money was a good focal point up front. I mean, they had winners all over the place. So, and Kersbrook just struggled. They weren't the smooth, fluent.
Well, I think you look at that second quarter when they kicked 2 goals, 7.
Yeah,
really.
and once again they just kicked themselves out of the ball game.
Sorry, but a lot of celebrations out here, obviously, and the coach and the players are all in there with everyone jumping all over them, and they are thoroughly deserving. There's a few tears around the place, and obviously been a long time between drinks for the footy club, but they're thoroughly soaking it up, and they deserve it. So I'll do my best to try and grab someone in a minute. We might even wait for a couple of minutes until sort of presentation time, and I'll grab Coach Wellesley if I can for a quick chat. So I'll just cross back to you for a couple more minutes, boys, and we'll be back shortly.
Thank you very much there to Shane Collins, and also thanks also to Goldie, who's had to go off to a prior commitment, so we thank him for his work.
Everything's off to Star Wars and the opera. At the theatre.
Star Wars.
We're multicultural here, mate.
At Hills Radio.
Can we have you over to the...
As we just await the presentations there. But just quickly, Rob, running through the goal kicks. Well, Elijah Ware actually kicked 4 goals for the game. And, of course, a young fella by, I can't put out his name here, Sherwood, I think. He's actually kicked 4 goals as well. Did you realise that?
Yeah.
4 goals apiece.
Reading your cheat sheet, yes, I can, mate.
Yeah, and also we look at Jeffrey Munn with a couple. Rosner, who certainly sensationally lit that last quarter up when they led by 13 points.
Wellesley, can you get the boys over? Wellesley.
As we just waiting for the sides to come across and the official presentation. Shane Collins lurking over there, so no doubt we'll hear it through his microphone when the boys finally get over there. As could be said, trying to get them over there to do what they're told can be a bit hard at this time.
At this time of the day.
As I said, 4 each to Sherwood, and also Ware, 2 to Munn. Rosnan, Philp with a couple as well, and young Levi Grigg, who was very good early on. So
just a good team effort, I think. Pistols overall. Obviously you got to play a good team game to win a flag.
Miller and McMahon with 2. So just cross over to the official presentations here on HFL Media.
I think it's Mal Williams.
Mal Williams. Past policeman, he's trying to direct the traffic here, but he's having no luck at all. I'd suggest Robbie Sherwood as the boys enjoying themselves. But as we said, a good game of footy. And look at the weather here. The rainbow's out. It's sunny. Best part of the day, I'd suggest. Just repeating, Division 1 preliminary final. The result, Urada 11-9 have defeated Blackwood 7-10. So the premiership reign of Blackwood is over. So looking forward very much to one more call we got in this, Rob, which is next week, Grand Final. Harndorf taking on Urada, and something of traditional rivals, the black and white and the red and the blue, of course. So looking forward to that at Loberthal Oval, and you'll hear it all here on HFL Media, Lofty Media, and of course 5RRR up there in Woomera. So
looking forward to that one too. So it'd be the good finale to the year, Jeff.
Hey boys, can you hear me in the van? I might be able to just quickly grab Stewie Wells right now. Stewie, I'll just grab you quickly, mate. Congratulations, what a thrill.
Yes, I can't wipe the smile off my face, and look, it's 20 years for some success at this club, and we obviously were back at the big dance last year, and we embarrassed ourselves against Nan, I thought, but really, really good today, so I'm sure that we'll destroy the club rooms tonight. So,
and well done, mate. 2 weeks ago, we saw you trudge off Birdwood Oval, and we said as a group, hopefully they don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. There was enough good signs there.
Yep.
You've done a great job in getting them back in 2 weeks, and must be so proud of the turnaround today.
Oh, look, the boys, some boys and stuff like that, but to play on Cali, pretty good deck for us, and I thought Kersbrook came in that third quarter because we had the control. We kicked the first couple in the third, and then they came back hard. But then, to our boys' credit, we played some good football. So,
Well done, mate. I'll let you enjoy it.
Yeah, well done to Shane Collins there. We just apologise for a little break-up of our coverage there. The reception, as you can imagine, it's wrong with people in there. We'll just try and pick up presentations here with Malcolm Williams, the HFL president.
Shall I call you Mark then, didn't I? I apologise, Matt. We'll call up every player individually. Elijah, you're number 1, so numerical order. Elijah, we're number 1.
So you probably hear in the background each player getting brought up for their individual medals. So with Pistols and Robbie Sherwood here after what's been a pretty exciting game of footy, a pretty good game of footy, Rob. Just recapping, Ironbank really burst out the blocks. As I said, they had the first use of the win towards the railway end here, and 3 to 4 points, so they had a 17-point lead at quarter time. Kersbrook, as we said, the second quarter with their use to win, they really blotted their copybook by kicking 2-7. So half time it was Ironbank by 23 points, 7-4 to 2-11. Three-quarter time, a 13-point margin. They'd got it back, Kersbrook. We really thought they were coming. They started to really hit their straps and actually outscored Ironbank that quarter, the only quarter they did when they kicked 5 to 3. It was 10-6 to 7-11. But in the last quarter, Ironbank really ignited by that goal to young Rosman in the opening minute virtually, and in the end they cleared away 14-11 to 9-13, kicking 4 to 2 in the run home to win by 28 points. So,
Yep, no, well deserved, mate. Well deserved, and couldn't be more happy for the club. You know, they've almost broke at the start of last year. Got rid of Eddie Hocking, which was the best, for the club. Went with locals last year. Got to the granny. We're never going to win it, but then kept them all together for this year. And then, basically. And I'll be honest, after the Kangaroo game last year at the finals, I said to Wellesley, mate, put your hand up to coach when we knew Scotty Wendelbourne was, he didn't want to coach. And to his credit, he's taken it on board. He got the job this year. So good on him. So well done. Well deserved. He knows the players love him. So, all the best to him. So well done. Very, very, very well deserved.
Yeah, and it's very important, I guess, to have strengthened your club, and obviously this year they built up with their reserves. Unfortunately, not getting over the line today. Kersbrook winning that one, but just shows they do have some depth. And there was a few guys obviously in the reserves that could have stepped up and filled the breach if called upon. So
I think
it's the overall strength of your squad.
I think they had 10 or 11 that didn't get a game in the Bs
at all.
In the Bs at all. So, I mean, the worry is with all clubs, your junior numbers.
Yep.
I mean, but that's not an Ironbank problem or a that's
not isolated.
That's an every club problem.
Yep.
So
yep.
It's But I'll be honest. I'm totally happy for Adam Shield and Daniel Phelps. They're the first Ironbank players to win 3 flags. For them to be around that long and hang in there. Daniel DeSengo was another one of that group of senior Colts.
Really good, and
didn't get a game in that granny, but he's part of that group. So it's just really good. They've got the whole range. Simon Holm was another one. He played B grade today, unfortunately. Got dropped right at the end of the year. It's just the way footy goes. So Michael O'Sullivan was another one that played in that. Benny Dunbar coached under 18 or senior Colt side from 2008. So it's 10 years on. It's taken all that group of kids to come through and win an A-grade flag. So it's not easy to do.
And as you said, there's always, for every success in a grand final, it's always the hard luck story. And you ran through a couple of guys, but one particular guy who, unfortunately Scott Walter broke his arm in the qualifying final. So a guy like him, he missed out playing any grand final.
And he'll probably have to retire because of work commitments and stuff. It's good for Jeff Munn. I believe he's going 12 months around Australia. So, yeah, they all came back last year to try to win a flag and help the club.
I suppose when you look at his age 34.
Yep.
Well, never say never, but...
Jolly Van Paradon came back to the club to play with his brother to keep the old man happy.
Well, what a great moment for the family, because I know Kathy's a passionate supporter, obviously Andre, and the two brothers probably playing in the premiership for the first time in any grade of football, I suggest. So, well done.
Stuart Wells to receive the cup and pennant.
Here's the big moment. I know they've got the premiership medals, but there's this really signals the fact that they are the premier club, as Malcolm Williams called the coach, Stewie Wells, and obviously the captain, Willie Muirden, up to grab that. No doubt be a very happy Tina Muirden.
Tina would be over the moon.
Obviously the Cats let her down, but the local team.
Well, you can't win every year, Jeffrey. You should know that, champ. Hopefully your boys can.
Thank you for a great game.
So, Stuart Wells.
We stood over there last year and know what it's like to be losers on the end of the year, so I'm sure you'll be back next year. To the Hills Football League and Mortgage Choice, thank you for putting on a good show. To our boys, our club, our supporters, wives, girlfriends, the committee that get the teams on the park, thank you very much. And to our boys, you guys are legends. Noodles, get up here, mates. Come on, boys, get up here, come on.
Told you.
Come on.
That's fantastic to do in the AFL style, getting all the boys up on the podium.
I hope the podium can hold it.
Well, actually, Rob, the grand final, I think it was 2006, out at Chunga Oval. Kangaroo beat Kersbrook pretty badly on that day, and they hopped on the portable podium and it snapped the axle. And Wayne Stringer was the coach, Trent Thorpe and co, and I think half went A over T on the ground as the thing just broke in half. So hopefully it's a bit more solid. But I'll tell you what, it'll be if you're anywhere near Ironbank in the next couple of days, I think you'd.
I mean, they destroyed the joint last year
as runners up.
As runners up, so they. I mean, that's young ones of today, mate. So
yeah.
I've got no doubt. Hopefully, it's left standing in the morning, and I might see my lad Monday night sometime.
Well, good luck to him.
So, and well done, boys.
Yeah, fantastic work by the Ironbank Football Club, and I suppose it's justified the decision to step back a division.
Oh, mate, no doubt. I mean,
playing in two grand finals. Something that they hadn't done since 2001.
Well, yeah, mate. I mean, it says openly stated they had to step back or they wouldn't be here. They were broke. So, and to their credit, they did. And hey, they put in the. It's amazing, that feeling, and we'll ask Colo when he gets back here. But when you're winning football games, it doesn't matter what grade you're playing. People will come. It's pretty simple. People like winners.
Actually,
so,
Shane.
Shana?
Actually, while you're there, Shane, I noticed you found a face in the crowd. Would you just ask this man what the traffic is like at the various venues? Because a man who's talked about a lot but not heard often on HFL radio, it's for the first time this season.
Matt
can
the
we
Roadie.
say welcome to Matt the Roadie?
Thanks, Pistols.
A lot of people have actually sent us emails and cards saying, is this a fictitious bloke? So, ladies and gentlemen, we're not lying to you. Matt the Roadie is actually a person. So.
And he was here at 6:30 this morning, I think.
Indeed it was, Rob.
Indeed it was. He came to beat the traffic on the one-way bridge. So, yeah.
But I think one thing we've got to say in all seriousness, and I know we've got another week to go, but thank you to all the clubs who have been fantastic with their support of us this year and where we put the Dreammaker, etc. And how have you found it? What's been the most difficult manoeuvre to get the Dreammaker into the field?
I think, as you said, most of the clubs have been very accommodating. The most difficult this year has been the Kersbrook Footy Club, only because of the slope. I wasn't quite confident to leave the caravan there on its own, so I had to leave the car attached.
That's the Bridgewater Callington Footy Club and all the hard workers, the volunteers that have looked after us all
And the
day.
Conditions, actually, we've been pretty lucky this year as far as wet weather, etc.
We have been very lucky indeed. I think the caravan has held up very well. I think it's waterproof.
Well, it did until Colo got hold of it. He just snapped the frame for the window.
Safe driving home.
We'll have to fix that in the summer.
So you reckon it's got one more game in it?
I think we'll go one more game next week. Will be fine.
Sticky tape. Yeah. Sticky tape. Yeah.
Excellent. So just your summary, because we know you're an ardent football
Oh, it was a fantastic game of football. Obviously,
game.
Kersbrook came in as favourites today. Ironbank, though, came out wanting to win. They were first at the footy, hard at the footy, and they got their early lead, and I think, given the weather conditions, that helped them a lot. And they finished up in that last quarter. Outstanding effort, really. Fantastic game of footy.
Yep.
Well deserved.
Yep, fantastic. So,
Sorry, fella, I left you out here. I heard your name mentioned, all right?
there he is.
We've been looking for him all day.
They're the number 1 ticket holder. He's, geez, thank God they didn't win. Colo could be. But, well, they got 2 flags to celebrate, as you said, the senior Colts and the reserves. But the major prize here this afternoon going by, what we say, Robbie, 28-point margin to the Ironbank Football Club. History has been made, their 3rd A-grade flag, 14-11 to 9-13. So I reckon that just about wraps us up here from a, well, look at this, a sun-drenched, a wind-drenched, a hail-drenched. We've had 4 seasons in one day. It's a bit like being in Melbourne here this afternoon, Colo, I'd suggest. But anyway, quickly before you go, Colo, I know you always get the last word in. So just your thoughts.
It's been goddamn cold. It's been freezing, but look, great day for Ironbank. Obviously, they lost the Bees, so they were a little disappointed, but this soon makes up for it. We said the other week that if they happen to win it this year, it's probably a little bit premature, but full credit to them. They've done it. So I can only see onwards and upwards for the Ironbank Footy Club. I think they've got a good few years ahead of them, and a lot of young kids there with immense talent, and they thoroughly deserve the win today for Kersbrook. Obviously, huge disappointment. Great game, great day. Well done to the Bridgewater Football Club, what they put on here today, the Bridgewater Callington Footy Club. It was excellent. Well done to our team. Did a great job. Good fun today. We'll double it up next week. We'll shoot the Lobby Oval. We'll have more giveaways and more prizes and more contests, and hopefully it's not so cold so we can interview a few people on the couch.
Well, the Valley of Praise, it's always nice out there, so we're looking forward to that. So
Valley of what?
Praise.
The Valley of Praise.
The Valley of Praise.
The Valley of Praise.
Come on, Robbie, where you been?
Rob, where you living?
I'm only a Heathfield boy, you know. The Valley of
Didn't
Praise.
they teach
The Valley of Praise.
Even know that at Scott Creek College. That's one of the nice things you learn. Valley of Praise.
Exactly.
Anyway. All right, Shane, thanks very much. Once again, your great work out there, so we thank you very much. As
the constabulary come across.
Here.
Oh, yes, Mr. Oz. BA boys.
Well, we got you here, the traffic flow for the people in the cars.
It's all running smooth, but there's booze buses out there, so, yeah, drive safely.
No, we'll be right. We've,
and don't
we're just intoxicated by the
powder.
We're just intoxicated by the success of the Thunderers here this afternoon.
I just come from Harndorf, so good game of footy.
Apparently no goals kicked in the last quarter.
Sorry? No goals, no. Uradler finished with a few sore boys. So
okay.
Downs finished for the year, he's gone.
Yeah.
And Ivans might have a hammy, so right at the end, last minute. So
could be
that'll hurt them.
Interesting.
You heard it first. There we go.
Thank you very much. Our special investigative report.
Yeah, don't we get them from anywhere? Hey,
they come.
There they go. All right. As we said, Shane, thank you very much for you and Goldie for your great work on the boundary. I think you got one more game in you.
Nah, very good, mate. Really looking forward to next week. Those sandwiches, those chocolate donuts, they got me through that cold weather today. So,
you got any left?
Nah, well done. Good call, Pistols. That was a grand final call by you two. So, well done.
Okay. Thank you very much for those kind words. You can come again.
Go the Giants.
No, you can't. Second thought.
That's tonight.
And also, Robbie...
the Collie Wobbles. Watch them come tonight.
Also, Robbie, no doubt you'll be just sneaking out for a little celebratory drink.
No, believe it or not, my better half told me she's going to Priscilla again, so I'll be at home with the dogs on the couch watching your pies, mate. That's my night that's planned.
That could be the kiss. That could be the kiss of death.
Yeah.
And of course, quickly to the man in the kitchen, the Colonel. Thank you
Cooked
very
up
much.
a storm.
Pretty happy with the way things went this afternoon with the OB sort of situation.
Yeah, no, we enjoyed
We've got
one more
football terminology.
We've got one more to cook, Colonel, and we've got bigger speakers next week, mate.
I know, mate. Yeah, I have a feeling we may have cooked a few people here, unfortunately, but really happy with how it panned out. And if you're not into our Facebook page, then why not? Facebook.com/. Hills Footy, I reckon it is, because we actually just took some live Facebook video of the dying minutes of today's match as well as the presentation. So if you want to relive that magic again, check that out. Like I said, facebook.com/Hills Footy.
Excellent work, Colonel, as per usual. And well, Robbie, thank you, Shane, and thanks to Goldie, who's had to go
Cheers,
off see
guys.
Priscilla. So, and also thank you to Matt, the roadie, and the production crew, everyone involved. This is Pistol saying thank you very much, and I think we've got one more in us. So we'll catch you next week for the Call of the Wild final edition for 2018, and it's the big one. It's the Division 1 Grand Final. Harndorf Magpies taking on the Uradla Demons. Is this the year of the Demons, AFL and HFL? Tune in next week to find out. So until then, this is Pistols wishing you all the best and keep on kicking goals.
The Call of the Wild is an HFL media production in association with Lofty Community Media. Listen to this match again at hillsfooty.com.